Oh, goodness. Oh, let's finally get this game started. Of course, it probably is not going to show up in the game capture, because why would anything work properly for us at all off the hop, right? Just it's not ever in the cards for relatively anybody. Anyways, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Back again. Trails in the Sky, the third, and we say back again, but not really. It's from the beginning. Dealt with a few Steam Cloud game corruptions is essentially why I want to just go with. We do have some things here, but I'm not going to mess with them. I'm hoping that there's going to be no problems when we overwrite these files. So going from there, luckily we were not too far in the game. So I'm hoping to at least be able to finish the prologue, catching up with our previous sort of run through. Essentially, we got through Tita's little backstory in the chapter 1, so we'll sort of see where that takes us from there. But yeah, obviously, load up the data from the previous game. Give me that level 90, 115 hours deep we were. But let's jump on in again for the first time, if that makes any sense, in the year of 1203. Just over half a year, so 6 months. And maybe I'll actually pay a little bit of attention to what's going on, because that was a lot of hogwash that happened the previous time, as we come ourselves across what I'm going to say is arguably one of the most beautiful looking airships, the Lusitania, if I'm even going to say it right. You get like a very big vibe of this, like, at least when I'm looking at that, is like the airship, although not as grand. But the one from Final Fantasy IX, I keep thinking it's like Queen Braun, Princess Garnet. You know, it's just the flames are coming and whatnot. But you know, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. And we're not rushing through anything. I mean, obviously we're treating this again like the old saves never happened, and relatively they didn't. But sort of see where it takes us. So this is Conrad, I believe. So I'll try to take advantage of the few things I do know of. He is the host of this little party, this little shindig. I start to think of, you know, getting Persona 5 vibes of everyone being in their masks. You think they're just going to rip them off out of nowhere and you know, call off on a persona, and that out sees, you know, Mara, the dick riding chariot. That is by far what I have heard, at least, is Baker's favorite persona. I wonder why. And there we see a recognizable, at least, hairline, and we're gonna know that is Father Kevin, who's also attended a little bit of a shindig here, a little party here. So, you know, he's out here to enjoy himself. But as I said beforehand, I'm a little unsure about, you know, why did they take all of the chairs away? And look at that, like, that lovely 2D graphics there. This is my cat. His name is Cat. I got money for life. Welcome back on in, buddy. How are you? I don't think that really came across on my end, but if that does look like a little bit like a cat, sure. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying. I mean, sure. I mean, do we have to act interested in what's going on? Oh, always doing well. Always doing well, buddy. Glad to see you popping on in. Oh, that I do. He's a merchant of death who's made a fortune during the 100 Days War and one of the Empire's most wealthy men, despite being a relatively new... so, you know, so he's what they would call new money? Is that what they're talking about? Unless someone's playing around with... Okay. Let's lay off the little bit of spam there. How about that? I don't even know what on earth that is. I have no idea what that is. But let's lay off the spam a little bit. How about that? Although I dare say he's a little less impressive in person compared to paper. I mean, how about the two of us just sort of get this shindig going? You know, we leave this this little area of a party, and maybe go on up to your hotel room, and we'll take care of real business there. How about that? I can't imagine I'd last very long, even if I did. What was that like? What type of joke was that supposed to be towards? Are you a member of the press? Sure, that we'll take that. Government official? No, I mean we're not that. We'll leave it pondering to your little fertile imagination. However, this ship is an impressive piece of work. Indeed, it is. Almost as nice as that little lady now there, isn't it? Thousands of odds in the air. So obviously, like, not too many things really get this far up in the air. I mean, what are we flying around in an airplane, perhaps, or what? 120 og across. I still don't know what an arg is. Is it a foot, kilometer? Could you imagine an airship so big that it's 120 kilometers? It would give the the shields a little bit of a run for its money. Even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young, practically still a boy. Well, we always could use a little bit of an experience from a woman, right? Why not? Drab parties. Perhaps I had to make my daring escape before I give anything more away. Well, if you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy a little bit of a chitter chat or let's get at her with an anonymous stranger. Oh, we're going in to get a little sensual here. Yeah, how about like your room, right? I'd be honored with that fair lady, but only if you can promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she's watching. Anyways, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be at the acceptable location. And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. Fair enough. So we just gonna take off. No one's even gonna grab, a glass of wine that's the size of our heads, grab a bottle for the road, perhaps. As the little chit-chats get on here of the masked men. So this private room is on the highest floor of the ship and on the other side of the deck. So let's get on into work. So this really is just Persona 5 in sprite form. I do relatively know that none of these people really do have anything to add or say. They're just enjoying the party. A couple of shindigs. Maybe we'll just pop on in and see what's going on here. There aren't too many who are wealthy enough to be able to organize a gathering like this, let alone up in the sky. Well, if my guests are satisfied, then I have done my job. Still, today's party is but just a minor diversion compared to what the future all holds for everyone. Yep, that looks like Marquis Ballad, known for his extravagant spending, and this guy is the president of that one big jeweler, Corey's and Company. Alright, and then we got ourselves some... I thought this was the Piano Man, Elton John himself. It wasn't. It's just, essentially, it's just a guy who's in charge of security. And again, more security guys, so let's move on. As everyone just is going to walk in place, because that's just their dealio. Strange, felt like someone was watching me for a minute. I mean, there always could be someone watching. I'm surprised there's not a bunch of cameras. Maybe, is maybe too much Orbital, is required to make these all run. Maybe, not paying enough people in Mira. Time to move. Alright, off we go. Now I do think that there is some yes, there are some treasures to grab in here of the Terra Bomb variety. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, every time you play a Trails game, don't forget to talk to the treasure chests. Ho ho! Certainly comfortable enough to be. I mean, you could fit 18 more people in here. When people were bitching about the Titanic and taking advantage of the first class to the lower class people, this is what they were exactly talking about. You're all gonna die in the end. If this thing crashes, do you think that you being in first class is gonna stop you from dying? No, elderly lady, it's not. Anyways, we'll stop bitching, moaning, complaining. Just a maid is in this room. Got more rewards, and he's got the Jose. I did. I put a little work into that yesterday, so that way we could throw them on in there, but just got to gain up the points. That's what you got to get. Love is eternal. Is it really? I just remember that is just to the other side. Off we go. Look at this. Now, these people are special. They have 2 treasure chests in their gigantic room. Nothing really to, write home about, but apparently, according to that, we need to talk. So little boy and his son, looking like enjoying a little bit of extravagant living. Sure. I'm trying to remember what was on this. I think it leads to, that's right, the casino. Fortunately, we can't play any of these games, which is unfortunate. And then there's this one over here, which, the extravagant library. Lusitania's library. Not a bad little sitting room. I feel like we're missing maybe, like a cigar room or something just off to the side. Like, you feel like you gotta have the fat cat sitting there, sipping on a glass of brandy or two, and having a cigar, just enjoying life for what it is, and then just talking about all of the people they laid off at their giant company or something, right? That's what we're supposed to get after. Bookshelf contains chapters of Carnelia. Oh my! I didn't even do this before. There's just so much to take in. Chapter 7 of the finale. Oh my god. It's just so much. Like, could you honestly just picture yourself just reading everything there? It's the only book. I feel like you have to do that. I feel like you have to read everything. I mean, we're just going to hit the buttons, ladies and gentlemen. Why are some chapters are 12, some chapters are 14 pages? It doesn't matter, right? Human fodder? Sister Carnelia? Just going on and on and on. I just want to see, maybe you get a little achievement for it, maybe. Maybe that's what we're after here. Or absolutely nothing. It's just, why bother just going through all of these things? Someone apparently is not happy in bed. And on to the 7 finale. Death of a friend. Obviously, they're not talking about anything that we care about. I don't like how I have to keep going back to the books to actually, get through them. Like, just take me back to this or even this. Like, stop. Why is it every time I just want to, go somewhere and take a peek at a book, I have to read through, like, 1,000 things? Like, no, just let me read the book from end to end, okay? Like, as if it was like a little bit of a Michael Crichton novel or something. The end. Didn't even get anything out of that. Remind me to never read ever again. Okay, yep, we're all good. Maids are running so quickly, they have no idea what's going on. So again, we're trying to make our way up to the top floor, if I do believe. But whether or not we'll be allowed in there or not, that's a whole other thing coming. Yeah, don't be going into those first class rooms. That's what you want to avoid. I don't know if it'll let us go in there. Nope, wrong way. Head on up the staircase. Hey, at least the game is nice enough to tell us that you're an idiot. Not you're an idiot, but I'm an idiot. And then we got that. And then someone looking outside. Nielsen. Can't say I'm familiar with the sound of its engines anyways. Wait, I mean, do you not tell that they're orbital engines at work here? Or are they something completely different? Of course you could be blind. Everyone's probably blind in this. Let's just see what's outside here. What's outside? Actual outside. So there's a boy, a couple of people hanging out, enjoying, a nice little breeze. That's basically it. And that door at the far end is open. So I can't remember if we got through that way. I don't think it lets us through here. Yeah, this guy's gonna be like, hey, what are you doing, man? Like, you can't just walk on through there. All right, so you have to go in through the back. Because isn't this weird? How is there not a guy in black all the way over here preventing anyone just bypassing that at all, right? Just like, whatever, sure. So then I guess you could waltz on through that door. These gentlemen are probably not going to let me on through, but hey, it doesn't hurt to ask, I don't think. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask. I mean, just like that, like a Thanos snap. There's no hanging out. Oh, what's this? It's my Colgate Cavity Patrol badge. I'm just showing you. If you just actually want to look at this center, gentlemen, I'm going to make up a story for you afterwards when you actually come to. They're fine. They're fine. At least I think so. Bunch of Jaeger dropouts, whatever the hell that means. well, off we go. So, can we even go this way, or... Apparently it's a locked door, so... We don't need to bother with them anyway. They don't even have anything? Can't like, you know, rob them or anything like that? Oh, and that's right. There's a bunch of switches that are going to open up a door in behind something, and luckily we're just here by ourselves, so that's okay. Pointlessly fancy. That's... Have you ever been in a house that's like pointlessly fancy? You know, back someone who's just got to keep up with the Joneses, you know? Maybe, maybe not. Right, so, potted plant. We got switches basically everywhere. I'm still a little kerfuffled how there is not a switch by the door, or by the bed. Another one behind the desk. Press the switch. Next one, I think, is this one? No, that's just like a weirdo thing. So, can you tell? Maybe that's going to disappear out of nowhere? Who would have known, right? Who would have guessed? So I do know from our last little run through that there is one under here. It's fake, but the one you want isn't here. The suspicious switch in the potted plant. And then that'll open up... wait, is there? Maybe it wasn't. I know that there's one... I think there's one like by there we go. I know one of them was a fake, so I didn't want to bother with all that jazz, and because one of them resets everything. Stu P, I know. Welcome in, buddy. You back working for? I would assume you're working from home again. You probably, you know, Twitch is probably locked down hard at the office if you are somehow in there. Day to day for me, ridiculous. You know, cases are on through the roof, and you got a day to day back and forth from the office. Should be asking for more money again, Stu. Oh, that's right. If you can remember from the previous game, it is Orpheus. Like, I mean, not Orpheus and not Orpheus. Orpheus with a P. You know, P as in P-H-A-T, fat. Right there. Looks like my target this time is one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for a little bit of fun. And here's where this game really gets a little fun, a little bit of excitement. Someone does not want to go to sleep. And you threw everything out of your bed. Because why wouldn't you? Wow. The good old Fool's Locket, a forbidden artifact that lets the bearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing shady weapons dealers should have in their own possession. Oh god, we've touched something. Everything's locked down. They've called the Popo. That is if there's actual Popo and it's not just the Men in Black. Oh, but another fun time here for the Men in Black. Oh, they're in for a relative treat here, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till you see the powers that Father Kevin holds at his grasp. It's always the same business, always. Yeah, keep them locked in. That's the plan. That's what we're looking for. Stan, head on over to Master Conrad, because we are in his master bedroom. Hasn't bothered with, you know, a couple of bottles of champagne or the 3 bottles of wine or the nice pitcher or anything else. Oh, you guys actually have camera footage, so you wouldn't have caught me going outside to get the back door to go on in here at all yet. Something of the most annoying buttons I've ever heard in my life. I have no idea what's going on in my living room, and I don't want to hear any more of it. Sloth. Oh, something funny? I think so. But it's going to be funny for you, not funny for me. I just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. Oh, that's gonna be lovely. Yeah, that's great. Who gave you that? Celebrate the new year, apparently, eh? Okay, how about not in here? You got guts, kid. I'll give you that, and I got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. I mean, what are you gonna do? Do you have some type of weird dungeon in this airship that you're gonna teach me a lesson? Maybe. What'd you get up to on the past weekend, Stu? I mean, basically no one can do anything around our parts, right? So essentially, what did you do around the house that kept you busy? Just a little bit of racing online, you know? Did you get crashed out by another lapped car? Oh dear God, that's gonna be disastrous. You know, you wanna stay far, far away from the men in black. Racing at nights. You should be racing right now. You know, you should have 18 monitors. You know, and just one set for work. You know, you can set that the steering wheel goes one particular way, and you know that would mean that you could go off and do one thing or the other, or make it look like you're racing to work or something. I don't know. It's the first grass cutting of the year. Okay, are you a bagger, or do you just let it, you know, just sit up top? I've always heard it's actually good to leave it on the grass. It's like extra nutrients for the grass. This little crossbow action, and we've removed our mask. I don't know if they're gonna be too happy about this, but I mean, I'm still a little unsure here. These guys seem to think like they'll just be able to bypass me. Did you just see the giant arrow blow that door apart? Like, did you catch that? Like, do you think I was in there, like, you know, just trying to work something up? Like, you guys are in for a world of hurt here. We have rabbits that come for a visit. I figure at the very least they can eat the trimmings. There you go. I mean, that's one thing you don't want to end up doing is end up running over like a little rabbit's nest. That would be quite the mess. Garble, garble, garble. Come get some. Oh, it's our first little fight here. This will go over well with good old Father Kevin. I like to enjoy. There are a few new things over on the other side there. We can complain about the font here a little bit later, but see, we're not going to get that off. See, I made that mistake beforehand. I made that terrible, terrible mistake beforehand. I got to watch the entire F1 and NASCAR races, which, yes, those were both really good races. Both are really good. I'm hoping, like, I'm a fan of Lewis Hamilton. I like him, but I need, like, Verstappen or I mean, God, I'd like to think Bottas would become a little better, but I really think it's going to be Verstappen. I'd like to see, like, Lando Norris become a little bit more involved. I think he's got a really bright future. You know, he's doing already extremely well in the McLaren, but I think it's coming to that. Like, it's starting to, you know, you start to look at, like, I don't know what on earth was up with Bottas the last two races, but you sort of look like Hamilton basically almost crashed out and was still able to pull out a victory. Bottas gets the pole, and then basically, like, I don't know if he overused his tires or what he did there, but it could be that. I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, my take is that considering they only gave him a 1-year deal, he'll probably basically break. He'll probably break all the records this year. So, like, you know, what more does he have to prove, right? Not too much, obviously. I think he needs, like, what, 3 more for the wins, for most wins or something like that, or 2 more or something like that. Or unless he already... Is he? He must already be the wins leader, right? What am I trying to think that he needs to get 2 more of or something? Like, something like 103 wins or something in that something. Yeah, I was going to say, no one else has as many wins as he ever has, but I'm trying to think then, what is it that he's trying to get? He's got a bajillion champions. Maybe it's poles? That could be it. He probably doesn't care about too much about those, but... I mean, it's hard to believe though. Do you think Valtteri Bottas stays if Hamilton leaves and then they give Russell? You know, he already showed last year, you know, when Hamilton was off with for the COVID restrictions, that, you know, he was able to you know, show that he was. I mean, it's one of those weird things of like, same thing happens in NASCAR, like when a top driver is sick and they put in some nobody to ride the car, and like they can easily get a top 10 just because they're in the best equipment. I think anyone in F1, if you put them in a Mercedes or Red Bull, they probably could easily get a podium all the time. Although, like, was it Albon? No. Yes. He was in a Red Bull that you would argue is just as good as Verstappen's, and he didn't do as well, so that was hard to say. The real question for me is if both Mercedes are equal. Did Russell do better than Bottas because of Hamilton's car? Yeah. I mean, I was a Michael Schumacher fan back in the day, and that was the day of team orders. I don't know if you know, there's that big of a difference in their cars. Like, I'm led to believe that they're pretty close. I wouldn't think that they're too far off from each other, but and then, you know, also I'm sure that they both have particular styles that they want to race with, right? Like, so like that's a whole other thing on its own. Take that. I heard Albon's car did not have all the... No, and like, did you hear the thing about last year, like why the Ferraris were so terrible? Something about... There was like a weird... There's a weird, like, not a rule change, but like, it was like something that they had... Yeah, the fuel injection. So they were essentially like given like a 5% hit in performance or something. That's why they were so bad, although it's not like they're doing really that great this year. But I mean, the last year they were terrible. Like you know, you'd almost make you think that there was something wrong with the car. But you know what they used to be is like, you know, the number 2 car. They're now 3 or 4, arguably. You know, like Mercedes is number 1, Red Bull's number 2. I would argue to say McLaren is number 3. Like, it's even weird of like
what's next?
What was the team before last year? Like they're Aston Martin now, but what were they last year? The Rocket team, the pink team? I can't remember what they are. It's Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel. Yeah, Renault is okay. Renault can be okay. They're definitely not what they probably should be. Would be my take, but you know, they got Racing Point. Thank you. I was trying to think what the name was. Like, so they're still Racing Point, but now they're Aston Martin or whatever, right? They just bypassed a few things and... Hey, don't get mad. Alright, no one's there. We're gonna escape on down through to the old door. Well, let me guess. More goons? More good old hired goons? Oh, some doggies this time. That should be okay. I'm just gonna blow their heads off as well. What do they not like? What are they allergic to, as I always like to say? Oh, nothing at all. No, that's okay, because we can just blow their heads off with a Sobler. Like, I thought Aston Martin would have done a little bit better than they currently are doing. But they're not a Mercedes anymore, are they? Like, are they a legit Aston Martin team? They are this season, okay. Yeah, that's probably too much stuff to all change over or whatever, wasn't it? And Honda's done after this year, right?
Take that!
makes you want. Like, have they said who the new supplier of engines is going to be for them, or no? Like, because it's Red Bull, right? Red Bull's got the Honda, and then I mean, I'm sure there's somebody else that's also doing it or whatever. But oh, they're making their own engine. Okay, I'm sure they're fully capable, and I'm sure that they've known of this for probably at least 3 years. That Honda was going to be bouncing out, so. A little bit of a heal? Why not? Can we get one more? What's the matters? I know, you're trying to poop. Don't you hate when you're trying to poop and you can't poop?
Still a ways to
Terrible. Ooh, some smelling salts. I mean, that'll probably go over well for us. This guy's a little panicked. Hey, dude, relax. Just throw on this parachute right here and jump on 3. We're just gonna leave you alone, dude. Everything's gonna be fine. So I don't think we can go out this door. That's just gonna lead us back to where we were. Again, more men in black. You know, they're not here to have a good time. They're just here to argue with me and hope for the best. Oh, we could use some CP. What do we got for here? The Grail Sphere. It's a prayer and proffered Grail block. 1 attack. Wait, hold on. A prayer and a proffered Grail block 1 attack. Like, I feel like that doesn't actually do anything. Maybe, I mean, sure it does probably, but let's give this mortal punishment a go. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I'd like to see him get a little bit more out of it, but like, I don't mind him in where he is now. Like, it would have been great to see him take the Ferrari seat, but I think he's okay where he is now. He'll be okay. It's just like his age is working against him, right? Like, there's so many young up-and-comers. Like, you almost have to guarantee, like, regardless of how bad, like, Nikita Mazepin does, like, you know, he's going to be around next year. Schumacher's going to be around for his name alone, unless he really is super terrible. And yeah, Price Schumacher's like in with a deal, right? With whether it be like, what's he riding now? He's in Haas, so that's what is he a Ferrari feeder right now? It's like you have to think of, like, you know, Charles Leclerc. You know, he's long term. He signed like a 5-year deal. Carlos Sainz signed probably, what, a 3-year deal? So, like, you know, Schumacher isn't going anywhere, and you know, Haas, like, is that how that works? Is Haas just fed by, like, Ferrari to, like, Alpha is his next step? Oh my god, it's like Ferrari has basically, like, what, 3 or 4 teams that they could just say, like, okay, here's your new driver. We don't care what you got looking into it. We'll just keep you operating. But then I was like, if I'm led to believe, like, what goes on in the dirt sheets of Formula 1, like, you're led to believe that Gene Haas isn't a fan of that and wants to essentially, like, you know, call it a day. Mythical Wings, hello, welcome. Shouldn't you be at work? Are you working? Nobody knows. So that's him. Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't move. That's okay. Red Bull has Alpha, Mercedes has Williams. Okay. But again, Mercedes was always like, was that what? No, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Williams was always Mercedes, weren't they? But whether, like, I don't know whether they're their relationship is what it is now, as opposed to when it was Frank Williams running the show, right? That touch of downtime. Well, it's always nice for you to, you know, join on in for the downtime here, Mythical Wings. How have you been? Just getting to all those plot points in Genshin Impact. The all-important, basically everything and anything going off and down. You gotta fight that urge. I've wanted to play that a little bit lately, but I think I want to stream it.
Still a ways to go.
So, and you know me, I got so much on my plate, I don't even know what's going on. Ay, ay, ay. All right, just more dead people. That's how it's going. Russ plays that all the time. It's a good little go. It's a good little go. Definitely been better. Really wish I had different coworkers. Oh, one of those days, eh? One of those days. I mean, you can share with us how you feel about them, truly. It's not like any of your coworkers know I stream, right? Or maybe they do and they secretly watch. Maybe one of your coworkers is secretly Chelsea Ann, right? Or Wolf Slayer. Do you all work for the CIA/FBI? I think you all do. It's all just a big schmooze or a big schmoz going on. You don't have to lie, Mythic. You don't have to lie. Sacrifices your own CP to raise the CP of... Oh, that'll be really nice to get in later. Of course, we'll probably lose all of these, so that this won't even matter. Good old mortal punishment. Sure.
Let's end this.
It's gonna be one of those weeks. I feel like I have to walk on eggshells so I don't hurt her fragile sensibility. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted there, friend. That's exactly what I wanted you to do.
Let's end this.
If we ask if you're FBI, you have to tell us it's the law. Yeah, isn't that how that really works? You know, yeah. Or no, I remember I had my friend, his dad would always say when I wanted to go and like be a police officer before I realized it was probably not the best profession to get into, but I remember he was always adamant that he's like, you know, if you're a cop and I ask you if you're a cop 3 times, it's you have to tell me, right? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. He's like, no, I got a buddy who's a cop. It's how it works. I'm like, no, they don't have to tell you anything, not at all. But whatever, you continuously just think that way, sir. You just think that way. And if they watch you, I'd be shocked as hell. Interesting, right? So they're not even Japanese RPG fans then either, right? What you have to start doing, Mythic, is just start talking to them about Genshin Impact and see if they pick up on it. Do they even know what it is? You know, I'm going to say probably not. Really? I can't even attack that guy? We're too far away? I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Take that!
Then we have to tell you if they're a fairy. I don't know. What's a fairy? Like, I mean, I know what a fairy is, like thinking like in Legend of Zelda fairy, but I don't know further than that. They're so small town white that they thought eyebrows and nose piercings are outrageous. Oh, okay. So, jeez. Just lay the smacketh down on the Mythico wings. That's what you need to do. We believe there to be an intruder, sir. Oh, I wanted to ask you, how often is there downtime in Genshin Impact? And also, because it's a Chinese game, right? Not Japanese. Is there downtime generally work out well for us over here in the West? Like, is it like 3 or 4 in the morning? Because that's what I always liked about Final Fantasy 14. Was that everything's taken care of in Japan, so when downtime was never really, you know, bad for over us in the West, it was bad for the people in Japan. Most of the people I talk to are like, what is Twitch? Yeah. To me, it still baffles me that not so many people know what Twitch is. Like, everyone knows what YouTube is, and yet YouTube live streaming isn't more popular. That's why I don't understand. I wish I could figure that out, but we can't, so. I don't recall where in the world it started, but Faye cannot lie, and most tell the truth fast 3 times. Maintenance for updates sadly happens from 6 to 11, but may end earlier. Oh my god, that is like the worst. You know what? Maybe it works the opposite way. If a ton of Chinese people are playing that game, maybe they do it on their off time. Huh, that's interesting. That's yours? Oh, well, I don't think we're going to be giving that back to you. But it's only once every... Oh, that's not too bad. It's not like terrible World of Warcraft, it's every, goddamn Tuesday type of thing. And hot fixes galore, and, this hour shutdown's going to take a little bit longer than an hour type of thing, so... You had to explain what OnlyFans was to your boss the other day and why I knew about it. Wait, how did that even come up in conversation, though? Like, did she ask you if you knew it? What's the matter? Oh, come here. Oh, come here. Did you drop something on your toesies? Did you drop your car in your toe? Oh, it's okay. Did you drop your car in your toe? Your toesies hurt? It's okay. Oh, people are getting free. I put a point system in to have a Logan cameo, and they're getting a freebie. A freebie. This is not fair. This should cost P points. P points. But no, we're not gonna play with the mousy car here. I'll give it to you in a second. There we go. There you go. Look. It goes vroom. And your police car goes vroom. One of the co-op kids was telling her about the girls that got murdered in Niagara somewhere. Oh, were they on OnlyFans? Yeah, he has like these wooden vehicles, they're solid, obviously, and he just dropped it, but he's fine. He's a kid. Get over that stuff. Now, anyways, would you like to die here, sir? Those guns didn't work on me, Mr. Herman Conrad. I feel like the name with the double N's at the end there are a little bit much. When were they killed? Was that like recently? I didn't even really know. Oh, now we're placing this guy under arrest? If you lay a hand, oh, blah, blah, blah. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm sure you've already got a pretty good idea just how recklessly you've been acting with this thing, right? Like, what does he mean, this thing? Like, as in this, airship thing? Or, smaller talk than that? Is this where we pulled the Batman thing with the guy in Hong Kong? Like, people are coming up behind us, we bust open the door and jump out, and then our giant bat plane comes and takes us away back to America for Commissioner Gordon to take and arrest him. Uh-oh, yeah, I better stop right there. Oh, these are the special guys, the legit stormtroopers, and on, what an occasion it happens to be, May the 4th. Are we done with those memes now? Do they keep going on and on? Oh, the Jägermeisters. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work well entirely with them, so. Even if you have a hostage you use against us, you got nowhere to run. I mean, what if pull a speed, shoot the hostage, right? It worked well for Keanu. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Are you a Star Trek fan? Or are you neither? Neither or neither. I'll accept both. Mythic Wings, were you here for when we were trying to figure out what that anime was that I watched many moons ago? I finally figured out what it was. It was called Azumango Daioh. You're gonna be like, what? Exactly. I finally figured it out. I messaged Y2 Cloud. I was like, do you remember when we were at our buddy's Andrew's, what the name of that anime was? I couldn't remember. And I was thinking, Like, he won't know. And instead, he's like, well, which one? We watched many. And I was like, oh. And then he, like, just named off. He's like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what that is. You've heard of it, though? I haven't watched. Okay. It wasn't very long. Like, I think in the end, there was, like, 25 episodes, 26. There were small little shorts that I think for the Western audience was conglomerated into actual bigger episodes because, you know, heaven forbid the American audience can't have 5-minute shorts or whatever, but that probably would have worked well in the Netflix era. But, you know, it was a little too much for its time, I guess. And then there's this guy that we still don't know, you know, what's going on here. That was a splendid show. Like, no one's paying any attention to this guy. He's just chilling out with a scary looking, you know, clown face. Is Corey Carson? This is I feel like every time he gets to this point in Corey Carson with the, you know, he's just loses interest again every time. Cocomelon? Cocomelon's always good. And then anime time, of course, which is always great. Who doesn't love anime time? Yeah, finally. Took us nearly an hour to finally get to the title. So we get introduced to Sister Reese, I believe her name is, if I could remember. Just spin the roulette wheel of TV shows, right? Good old Father Graham. Father Kevin Graham. I think that's his name. Kevin Graham? Braun? I don't know. I've already forgotten what his name is. Come here. Give me a second. We'll let the anime finish. And I'll change your bums. I always thought that's a really cool looking spaceship / airship. It looks a little bit way too advanced for anything that we should be involved in. Okay. Not bad. I think we're about a half an hour ahead of the previous time we spent because we have to redo this because Steam save cloud saves went berserk on me. So, you ever had that happen, Stu? Cloud saves have been corrupted. I had that happen with this game, unfortunately. So hence why we're starting over. But the Septian Church, I love. This is like, you know, Church of America right here. That they're spending all of their money on super churches and private planes. I guess it's, you know, all allowed because we're just taking, you know, taxpayers' money and we don't pay any taxes at all. But if I had a bit more time, I would have enjoyed a little bit more private time with that real gem of a woman too. But I had to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work a little bit. I mean, look, they're getting on me about not taking my work seriously, but did we not accomplish the job? I feel like this is like a little bit of a James Bond action going off here. Like, look, maybe it was a little messy in the end. Maybe about 4 or 5 people more died than they were supposed to, but look, we figured it all out. Science fiction in anime is weird. I feel like this is probably just as much science fiction in this game as there is. It really dumbs back down to like a little bit more to the basics. Unless you're talking about like Gundam stuff. That's always weird. Mythical Wings, thank you for stopping on. And it's always a pleasure. Thank you for, you know, taking a little bit of time out of your downtime to watch little old me. It's always nice. Don't work too hard and don't let the goofballs that you work with bring you on down. You keep yourself up here. You leave them down here, and then push them down even lower because that's how it works. Oh, I mean, I want to know why is there nobody in that third chair? I feel like maybe that's my chair, but then am I not the captain? So now I'm confused. Like, where's this other person that's supposed to be, hemming the ship? Nobody knows. Oh God, he's singing along with the Baby Shark song. He's got the hand waving up. It's all going crazy. As per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria as soon as possible. So we should get there by noon tomorrow or today now, I guess. Oh, it's late at night, I guess. Uh-oh. Radar is going off a little loopy. It's a call from Commander Selnet. Oh, God damn it. It's like a call from your boss. No one likes that. Let's get this over with. Put her on through. And then this TV is just going to come out of nowhere for us. It's a giant 75-inch TV with someone's face thrown on there. Fill me on in on the deets. Artifact was the Fool's Locket. Signs of society involvement. But it looks like they've cut any ties with him long ago. Well, good work all around. I see you deserve a well-earned rest, but nah, you ain't getting one at all. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, no, just continue on. No one minds, All right. I got something else I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume? No, actually, all I need you to do is be an Amazon driver and pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath the Gransel Cathedral. Oh, that's the place where we went down like a bajillion stairs, so it's a distinct possibility, and I can count on you, right? I guess. All right. Well, we've already got one artifact on the ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew take back to Arteria. Wait, we did jump through the window with the guy, right? With Conrad, or did we just go on through with the locket? I can't remember. I'm fairly certain we probably got some guy sitting down in a basement jail here in the ship that's just all dead and over with, right? You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere. Oh, it's okay. Sister Reese is a fine addition to the party, okay? It's okay. Well, don't worry, though. They won't be a burden. Their abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. We'll be praying for your success. Did you say the praying part just because you're talking to a father, Kevin, here? I feel like that was like a little much. Congratulations on the new recruit. We were only saying you could use more squires serving you. Yeah, of course. Yeah. She never changes, I swear. Well, everyone's got a boss. Everyone's got to, deal on with it. It's okay. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. I mean, isn't that comical, though? Like, if you think about it, regardless of where, like, let's say something like the CIA, whether it was a secret or not, people would still know it's real. Like, sort of like the, like aliens, right? I'm going to assume that because you've never seen one, maybe they don't exist. Of course they exist. They're walking among us. I could be one right now, of course. Cigarette time? Sure. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm going to leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission, so just follow the money trail. There might still be some hidden accounts that we don't know about. Now, do we get to spend that on, like, softball uniforms or something, or does it just go right into, like, the, right to the landfill, burn it down? No one gets to spend any drug money or anything like that. Nothing special for us at all. All right. The sun comes up. That looks beautiful. Sleek looking machine right there, ladies and gentlemen. Just put yourself right into the goddamn sun. No one's gonna care about it. I believe that's the prologue. It is. Alright, that will be a great little stopping point for me to just change my son's butt. I'm sure he'll enjoy that, but just give me a hot second. We'll be right back.
Committing a crime of the first degree. I'm not pretending touch me. I'll give it all up just to be with you. I'm so happy. Now you got me. I'll surrender all my love to you. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby. Please don't leave me hanging. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lockdown, baby. You drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping. Your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up with the key. Oh, 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 yeah. I said lock me up with the key. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lock me up with the key. Baby, it's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up with the key. You gotta take away the key, my baby. Lock me up with the key. Keep me in there. Lock me up with the key.
And we're back. Come on, give me back that sound. Same day afternoon. So, like, have we even slept? In the skies of the Midwestern Zamuria, 500, God knows whatever that means. Salge, kilometers, meters, years, I don't know. The international airliner known as the Gretna, with Dorothy, I'm assuming, taking some pictures. I think we're doing well for time, I think, this time. I think we're doing a little bit better. The one thing that eats up a ton of time where we left off, well, sort of, and I'm not sure whereabouts it is in relation to this. Like, I think it's at the end of the next chapter. A lot comes in sort of very soon, but it was Tita's little backstory. But it's nice. See, you get to learn a little bit about her parents, which, you know, we'll get introduced to soon regardless. So, what do you think? The birds are See, has anyone ever wondered this? Why the birds are like, why wouldn't they just land on said airship and then just have the free ride? Like, if I was a bird, that'd be my point. I'd fly as far south as I could to enjoy the nice weather, and then, you know, or maybe I wouldn't even fly. Maybe I'd catch a ride on a train or you know, something. Just be a freeloader, right? Maybe hitch a ride on the back of a pterodactyl. They exist. You just haven't seen them. And good old Father Kevin. We run now into Dorothy. So I don't know. Sometime we left our small little ship to join on into the bigger ship. When we have our own ship, why are we taking a giant airliner like this, right? It's Faja Kevin. Onion Graham. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Onion Graham. And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. Nah, we were just being silly. That's okay. A couple of days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the Eastern Quarter in Calvert, so I've got onions on the brain. Couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions could taste so good, but I swear it did. It's so comforting and sweet. Come here. You're missing out on... You're missing out on Block Party here, dude. I certainly hope no one has enough points to call that one, because then I'm gonna have to put all these back just so I can dump them over my head. That'll be great. And somehow I might as well have just dumped them on you for free. Should gave you everyone a little taste. I do believe we have to either talk to everyone. See, that's one of the annoying things. Like, just not a set period of time passes by. You have to talk to everyone in order for this thing to go on. You're saving your points for the Queen's English. It's okay. I know, you gotta poop. Stu, do you got any pointers, tips for when the little one you know, may or may not be able to poop. I know you gotta get that fiber in your world, dude, but you're not eating. We're trying to get him to drink like water. He's not interested in water. I tried to like just add like a little bit flavoring to it. I should just give him a sip of coffee or something, right? Just to work it through. Yeah, I mean that's what it's been. That's usually the way it goes. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year? Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out why on earth I didn't take my own airship. I feel like we could have got there a lot quicker. But, I don't know, maybe we gotta talk to people, you know, we gotta mingle. Neil actually let me go on my own this time. Shocking. The guy who's always got a broken dart in his mouth. No one's sure if it's actually a lit cigarette or not. I don't even know if I want to know what that would be. Like I can remember when he was a little younger, and it's funny that I think about it now, but I think maybe probably a warm bath will probably, you know, might loosen up a few things type of thing, but I'm a little concerned about, like, it may happen a little too quick. If you catch my drift. But, you know, so you gotta clean up a little bit of poop out of a tub. So be it. It happens, right? Making a mess with his blocks. That's fantastic. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all? Yeah, we've all been there, right? We've all taken it. I'm luckily past it. Oh, he's only, knock on wood, done it once, ever. And that would and it also I can't even blame him for it, because it was sort of like current situation of he had to go, and we probably should have let it happen and instead put him in there. And then I just remember he's like, nope, I'm going to stand up now and we're going to go into it. I'm like, nah. It was okay. I've heard of my buddies that have done it, and it sounded like it was happening every week. I'm like, oh my god, how does it get so? Maybe I'm just really lucky. It could be that. Could be that. Count my lucky stars every once in a while, I guess. He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'll be coming back to the office today. Well, he's probably, he's used to not having you around, and then, now you're saying you're coming back after you took the wrong airship. Now you just gotta worry about yourself pooping in the tub, right? Hold on. You gotta put one of your toys down to open the door, bud. Oh, careful. Good old Grantsville City in roughly about 30 minutes. Alright, that sounds good. We ask that you take the chance to check that all of your belongings are with you and return your seats before we even begin our landing. Shouldn't we be back to our seats, fasten up our seatbelts, and wait for the proper landing? Go back to the bar for last call, perhaps? Oh, come on, Stu. I wish I wouldn't even have read that. Oh, man. We'll leave that to the professionals. How about that? Oh, the visual is killing me. All right, let's chat it up with literally everybody, because I believe that's the only way that you get this. I think that was the last time we screwed that up. Was not talking to everyone, and then you forget who you haven't talked to. So, just as long as we do that, that's our wall. Who cares about that, right? We are going to Herb Royal Villa after Gransel Castle, and that is final. Fishing of all things. Hey, like, how about you want to go golfing, dude? You want to go golfing? Oh, almost missed this person. You're not very good with heights. Well, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Business discussion. Does that actually happen on flights? You know, when was the last time you were on an airship, Stu? And when was the last time you talked business on said airship? 6-4 deal in my favor. Now scratch that 7-3. You guys have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Can you go look outside? Can I? Hey, Mom, can we go? No, just sit down. Just look at the leg room in here, right? Like, look at that. They're way faster than boats for one thing. And unlike Orbital buses, they don't have, wait, there's Orbital buses, which you get a sore ass from, apparently. So, we'll go up to the very tippity top, talk to all these people before we go outside. Even though the little girl wasn't allowed outside, we'll go outside. We'll chat it up with, I'm sure there's like 30 people out there that we're just going to have to chit-chat with. I hate that this is a thing. I hate that, maybe it's specific people, I don't know, but the last time I sort of got through with it, it sort of figured that it was talking to everybody, and that's the best way I'm going to go with it, so. I believe that woman right there is Tita's mother. Maybe? It looks like them. I don't know. Both my flight to Atlanta and back didn't say a word to anyone other than the lady giving out the drinks. And you're like, keep them coming, lady. Keep them coming. No, nothing there. All right. Outside we go. A couple peeps out here. Passenger, wife. Not that we have to care about everything and anything going on about this, but... I mean, is there plans like for like, you know, with America coming, you know, sort of back to normalization before we do? I guess it depends on whether you'd be able to fly down there or not, right? But yeah, a little bit of a bruh moment. Like, it's hard to tell whether what, you know, are we gonna end up with you know, vaccine passports or whatever, despite the fact that I do believe that they can throw them on our current passports. They have those little chips in the back, for Christ's sakes, but nobody knows. I think you can go to some point. Yes, I guess it's not even coming back is not relatively the issue. I mean, I guess if like something was super important for you to go to, like your work has to be willing to shell out the money to play. I mean, I guess for you it wouldn't be too bad because you could still work from home, right? So you come back, you know. If you have to do your 3 days in the government facility, hotel, or whatever, but there are ways around that. Just stop in Buffalo and take a cab over, and then you don't have to do it. And then you just have to quarantine at home, right? Where you could still work from home, obviously. But like for someone like me, which I don't go anywhere, I've stopped all of our training that involves us going anywhere. But they definitely wouldn't be paying us for the 14 days because they'd be like, well. Like I've already known, like there's people who've been I mean, I can't blame the company, but there's people who want to go on holidays because they can, but they're mad that they won't get paid when they come back for their 14-day quarantine. Like work just tells them just use 2 more weeks of vacation. And they're like, well, I shouldn't have to use my vacation time. It's like, well, that's just currently how it works. If you want to go down to Florida, go right on ahead. No one's stopping you. But just know that you're going to lose 2 weeks of pay, you know, to quarantine. So, like, that's the kick. It gets a bit weird because the daycares won't take kids if I'm in quarantine. But if you're in quarantine, then you can stay home with the kids. But arguably, you wouldn't want to stay around the kids if you were possibly sick, and then they would get sick. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Nothing else to touch, so I guess we're going on down to the very bottom, chat it up, and this should be the final guy. Ding-a-ring-a-dingy, maybe? Oh, I'm sorry, was I not allowed to come down here? It's not like there's anything down here to hang out with or touch, you know, forklifts and whatnot. Can't go anywhere. Here's where I think, like, I was just gonna say, did I miss someone? No, you just have to be, like, on the right floor to do it or something. Alright, return your seats, you know, get them out of the laid back down position and get yourselves all worked up so we can start to, you know, chit-chat with the people of the games. Okay, I don't do too much international travel for work. Some of my engineering friends have it much, much worse. I bet. I mean, sometimes that's just part of the gig, right? Like, you gotta travel. But I guess it would be dependent upon, like, another thing would be weird is, like, whether you're, like, I would assume most of you guys are salary like myself, but, like, then, like, the way you look at his salary is like, well, for salary, your companies are going to be paying you your salary regardless, and, you know, 14 days off from not being able to go into the office might be a pain in the butt for some people. I don't know. They maybe need you to look at the alien stuff or whatever that's running off at Area 51 or 52 or whatever the new one is nowadays that you engineer stuff about. I don't know. I mean, I know you tell me it's something to do with transport trucks, but I believe it's aliens. It's fine. We can all know. Ooh, a country ruled by a queen. Almost got a taste of it there a little bit. I'm starting to fear whether when I have to actually talk like with the Queen's English. I don't know if I'll be able to like fully just go on out with it. I feel like it might not be worth the points. They normally set up a production line here, then fly to the customer, stay there for a week, and set it up there. Huge churches and pope hats and stuff like that. Now, whose name is Fiery Biscuits? Oh wait, never mind. I think I know. So where are you from? Oh god, here comes Neil. He's gonna be upset. Cigarette in the mouth, suspenders, handkerchief or some type of weird tie around his neck. Except on that, he doesn't see it. I mean, he only missed you because he misses the amount of work you've been doing. I sent you to Bose and you ended up in Calvert. Oh god. He's not gonna be able to write that tax off now, is he? Oh. It's okay. It's okay. Did you get your poop out? I can't even see on this one. Doesn't feel like it. But now a few of them have to stay at the customer longer because they can't make a few quick trips back to fix anything. Yeah, like I guess they want to take advantage of you being there, right? So you might spend like 2 weeks down there, but then again, the problem is coming back, and then again, you can't be sent back out for 14 days. Like, it's an entire mess, I'm sure. I'm all out of breath now. Well, maybe if you quit smoking there, Neil. Is it Neil or Niall? How would you... I'm asking you how you would pronounce something over text and realize that's not really going to work out well. No, don't touch Dad's microphone. Here, you want my phone? No? For once, you don't want Dada's phone? Go see Mama. 30th birthday? I think I brought this up when I was at... Neela? Neela? Oh, Stu, now you're just playing games with me here. Unless you reverse the E and the L. I know you're meaning Neil. You could have just said, like, spelt like knee, K-N-E-E, then I would have got you. You just confused the hell out of me even more. Neela. Oh my, yes, pictures of cakes. Everyone loves those. Those are great pictures. I think it's beer clock, quite frankly. Well, good old nice to see you again, Neil. But you don't seem to be too happy. What am I doing here? I'm here to stop the church from going crazy. Oh, I didn't see it was spelled with an A. It changes everything. Yeah, it's N-I-A-L. I think it's just a weird way to spell Neil. I don't think it's Nile, but it could be. I don't know. Like when I think of Nile, I think of Niles from Frasier, and that's like N-I-L-E-S, right? I think that's how they spell his name. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. The Nile River? Oh god damn it. Yeah, but that's N-I-L-E, right? So he's N-I-A-L. I still think it's Neil. Because if you break it up and just like knee as in N-I, knee, and al, Neal, Neil, I don't know. Nile? Neal? Just stop. Oh my god, I gotta stop playing games with any form of text. Just gotta get right on into everything that's being voiced. Otherwise we'll be here all goddamn day. Alright, so where are you staying for the time? Gransel Cathedral? What, they can't even have me, you know, put up into a nice house or a hotel? An Airbnb? Does that exist in these games? Alright, you betcha. Snap photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert, so I'll be sure to develop them. I would have skipped the whole thing too long, didn't read. Yeah, that too. I mean, we've been there, done that. You know. What if the people at home, all 4 people at home, just are interested in reading? You know, watching the YouTube VOD or something in the background. They have no idea what's going on, Stu. Alright. Oh god, more people. That's right, Lieutenant Colonel Sid. Every Japanese RPG needs a Sid. It's sort of weird how, like, in the Final Fantasies, there's, like, a Sid, and he was always an airship engineer or a pilot. And then they sort of, like, after the later ones, they still had a Sid, but he was, you know, maybe he had a little bit less to do with an airship. Like, I was trying to think in, like, was it 15? He was, like, a mechanic, but I don't think airships were in 15. So I guess maybe if the game doesn't have airships, then you're stuck with, like, well, God, we have to have a Sid in the game. Full-on Colonel Sanders. Lucky for you there, Sid. But still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility. Don't you just sit back, put the feet up, and go, just tell people to do what they gotta do, or what? Good old General Bright. Cassius Bright to us, Estelle's dad and Joshua's dad. We haven't yet to see him since the second game, so we'll figure out. I'm sure he'll introduce themselves again to us and give us some stupid job to do to murder a bunch of people. I don't know how this goes. You can't enter without the knight's permission. Wait, hold on. Do I have anyone that's going to be stepping in to be a party member of the knights people? Like, you know, we get Father Kevin. We got Sister Reese is the new party member, and then Tita appears out of nowhere. Like, quite literally. Just, hey, look. I'm going to try to not screw up this time of when we go to talk to the tree that sells food and we get to buy a bunch of stuff. Is someone working on a roof there or what? A nail gun? Oh, he's just trying to get some ice cream. Nothing wrong with that. I think this is where we're going down those large-ass steps. I mean, we're not bracers this time, so I wonder, like, you know, I'm sure we'll get a. We did have the notebook, not the bracer notebook, but we do have a book that explains everything to us. But I wonder where we're gonna go to get side quests, or if that's even a thing in this game. I don't even know. So many doors opening and closing. Oh, that's right. So that's Tita's mother. Starts with an E. I'm trying to remember what her name was. How old are you? 76. 22. A lot. What? Are they so short-staffed? You're hitting hard there. You're hitting hard there, woman in white. Yeah, you were expecting a grizzled veteran or something? Someone in your position should have a much better poker face than that. Maybe you need to redo your Wait, what do I have to have a weird face for? He isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be a little less deliberately provocative. Uh-oh. She's got some sass to her. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort to bring up, and you want me to play nice? Wait, I'm stealing something? Suppose I should introduce myself. Finally! Erica Russell, yes. She feels a little high and mighty of herself. You'd think she's like a doctor or something, but in reality, she's not. Still sure didn't expect to run into a little Tita's mother here. I heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What brought you back? Drugs. It's always drugs. Yeah, so I guess like what you get for the backstory of when Tita appears with us, when we go through all these doors and end up in space somehow, is you learn where you don't really learn. You just sort of see like Tita's mom and dad sort of come back to meet up from where they were. They're both like engineers or scientists or whatever. Just left her alone with the professor in is it Gransel City? I want to say it is, but it isn't. I can't remember what the city name is that they left her in. But anyways, you know, she's got the giant orbital factory and all that jazz. Don't you speak that? Okay, relax. I get the feeling that this is a matter we're better off not. Yeah, obviously. The stairs that never truly ever end. If you could just sit here all day and they would just keep running around the same spot, you're never gonna get to the bottom at all. No, we're not. When did you finally catch up on that? I mean, she might as well have just been muttering to herself all this time. Yeah, we're near the bottom. Miss, why don't you just relax? Yeah, so we get to the bottom of this. We show off that little locket that we got, and a door opens out of nowhere. Oddly enough, I don't even know how it appears, but you know, I couldn't explain as to why this happens. It's just sort of like Harry Potter, you know. You just if you go and really run really quickly into a column, you'll get to the special train. Is it like what, 9 3/4, something like that? 7 3/4? You think? I think I would know, but I haven't really watched the Harry Potter stuff. My take on it is just from being in Universal Studios. Have I beat this game before? No. So what happened was, I've run through all of this part before. Like I basically played about 6 hours worth of the game, and then I went to play it the other day, and when I went to load up my last save, it wouldn't load up. It came up like null and everything. So I looked up, and it wasn't a problem with the game or anything, but I think I quit Steam while it was writing to the cloud, and it screwed up 8 of my 10 saves that I had. So that's why we're starting over. So like I sort of know what's going on with this stuff, but with this, I haven't played this series to at all. Like we've just played the first 2 games, and then this is the 3rd game to complete this trilogy. But then there's 2 more after this one that are in this style, but they're Japanese only. But I got an English translation from the community for the next 2, and then the Cold Steel series, they're more 3D. They continue on with the story after that. So that's why I sort of just know what's going on, but don't know what's going on. It's like as everyone would say, oh wait, hold on, is this not the thing that we're doing? I thought we were holding on to the rail locket. Father Kevin's holding something else. Wait, is that how we make this door open or what? No, I thought it was that locket that we got. Good thing I'm paying attention this time, right? So if we just said it didn't really mean it, we wouldn't be able to see anything? Do you hardly believe that? It's all just a bunch of hogwash. Of course the door would open regardless. But anyways, we sort of step through this door, and it looks like access to like if I'm remembering correctly, in the last game, the last sort of dungeon looked like it was all in space and whatnot, so it was a little weird. But this one sort of returns to it. Miss Rainbow Sparkle, how are you? I'm always doing well, obviously, as we start this on back up and running. Yeah, who has time to like dig down so far into this? Like, you think this is like in the middle of a mountain or something, right? To suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check. Just finished a coffee and a McDonald's donut. Are McDonald's donuts better now than Tim Hortons now? Is that another thing that they've gained over? I know they just have like those little donuts. Like, they're not Timbit donuts, but they're just like smaller donuts. They're okay. Yeah, they're just okay. I'll take that as a resounding yes. I was just thinking about how much you take after the other Professor Russell is all. I'll thank you not to associate me with him. That's your dad. You should see when we get to that part. Oh, it's ridiculous. Sold out of Boston cream. I guess maybe they just don't get enough in them. I'm assuming McDonald's just warms them up or puts them out there, right? Probably freeze-dried donuts. That's the world we're in nowadays. Is it me, or does this like little machine look like? Remember that thing that like everyone holds, and then there's that button to press, and if you don't, you know, this terrible sound goes off, and when it disappears, you're supposed to hit the button, and the last person that doesn't hit the button gets shocked. Doesn't it look like one of those things? It was pulled up 3 days ago from the area where the Liber Ark sank, and we believe it to be an artifact. Oh, I'm not gonna try to say Liber. So if you remember from the previous game at Valeria Lake, that's where that giant city sort of came up after the, you know, in the second game near the end. So obviously, like, it was some weirdo crazy city that rose up out of nowhere, and now I guess, you know, it sort of crashed back on down after everything blew up, as it does. And I guess they're going to get some of these artifacts that were from the city, so it's either that or it was a ship. I can't remember. I think the Ark was the ship that came from this. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, maybe I should go back and watch my old playthrough of the actual ending and see if we can actually pay any attention to what was actually happening. We also have the lovely kitty. Is it likely to be a small, though the orbital reading suggested we're dealing with quite a large object? I do believe. Yeah, wouldn't it just be a relatively large reading, but not necessarily meaning that the object is large, right? It just could be a really good reading of something super powerful. Alright, yeah, if you knocked it off with the kiddo, though, oh, Jesus. Could you imagine working for someone like this? She just takes herself just a little too over the top. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but, like, I feel she's a little just too on the tee with it, if that makes sense to anybody. Can you ask your subordinates to stand down for the time? Why don't you just do it yourself? Like, they're probably right behind them. Why don't you just yell over those gates there and go, hey, can you guys knock it off? Why do you have to tell people to tell people to tell people? Oh, it's so annoying. And then they keep talking about this 50 selge, 50 arge. I wish I knew what an arge, what a selge is. I assume they're inches to feet to kilometers. I don't know. Yes, I just went from like a metric to non-metric to just don't even get on me, okay? I need a beer, okay? And I needed one like a while ago. And I said I was going to get one, and I still haven't gone up and getting one, so. And no one's petted the poor cat there. Antoine, I believe his cat's name. All right, let's get this artifact up out of the water, just so we can just continue on with this terribleness of Miss Erica Russell just bombarding us with terribleness. Why is the cat the only thing that's just walking in place? The McDonald's donuts are way too small for the price. Yeah, they're like what? Arguably a third the size of a normal Tim Hortons price, size, and then basically what, half the price or a little bit more than that. Like what's? Like I remember you used to be able to get a dozen donuts at Tim Hortons for like $5, and now they're like what, $12? Not even worth it. And they're not even the good baked donuts anymore, right? They're the freeze-dried, threw them into an oven for 5 seconds to warm them up, and that's it. I think like McDonald's is trying to come off of like that sort of like they're like special donuts, they got decorations on them and whatnot, that sort of extra special. Well, we're at the bottom of the lake, so let's grip on up that object and see what we pull up. Moving 30 reg to the right. What's a reg? What is a reg? Inches? Feet? Like, if I'm judging by how far it goes, that's like 30 inches right there. So a reg has got to be inches. It's got to be. No, don't pull it. You know what? Just leave it down there. Maybe we'll send on the divers, and maybe they can just have a good fun time with it or something. I don't know what's going on here. And here we go. Oh, great. A nice little glowing rock. And that's the thing that was at the bottom of the cathedral, obviously. Except it wasn't glowing this time, so I don't know why it's glowing. And now it's not glowing. So there were oboe readings coming from the artifact when we found it, but not anymore. And I'm sure I don't need to spell out the significance of that, do I? Can you explain it for the people at home that have no idea what you're talking about it? If an artifact has lost its power, it's exempt from the traditional agreements governing them and doesn't need to be given to the church. Is that it? Oh, so I'm here to... They're here to take it. And because they're not getting any readings, they feel like because it has no... The orbital readings disappeared just before we handed the artifact over to the cathedral, as it so happens, so it's currently being looked after here, but the procedures to transfer ownership have yet to be completed, making its legal owner no, isn't the legal owner the church? I'm just so confused. So Libero wants to assert ownership of it in this scenario. Like, wouldn't this be the weird thing, though? Like, let's say that maybe because it's in the cathedral, it loses its power, but the second it comes out of the cathedral, it regains its power. So wouldn't that be the weird thing of like, oh, hey, look, the power came back on, it's ours again, and then you put it back and then it loses it? Like, maybe that's the thing we need to get to the bottom of? It's completely impossible to analyze an artifact that's no longer active. I don't see how it'd be any use to your research as things stand, but sure, if you want it that badly, it's just going to cost you $1 bajillion. We're talking about an object found at the site of where a massive flying city used to be. I might not have seen it happen, but it sounds like everything we knew about that world more or less was proven wrong, and by the truth that you people in the church have kept hidden in the past, oh, I don't know, thousands. Oh, she is throwing some just terrible things there. And as for the Ouroboros group, they don't make much more sense than you guys. The more I hear about their advances in technology, the less I can work out how it's even possible. So the Ouroboros is the people that were in that city from the second game, and like she said, their technological advances were really, it's like an alien species almost. Like, no one really knows what they're like, why they were so advanced, but no one was around. It was just very weird, and then it came crashing down, and that was the end of that. But the thought is that it was something to do with all of the orbital stuff. They figured how to construct from the orbital. It's hard to really put it. Maybe that gets explained in this game, but like, everyone that lives in the world, everything is powered from the orbs, or the orbments as you want to call, whether it's our magic powers, whether it's the street lights in the towns, everything's run by these things. But this other people from that city that's now in the lake, they had like, trains that just appeared out of nowhere, and tracks that would appear out of nowhere, and everything worked, whether or not it was just in regards to like, hey, it can recognize it's me, whereas like, we're not that advanced, so it makes you wonder like, well, what were they doing with these artifacts that was so special? And here's the introduction of our new character. Well, not new, but I believe she's new as our player character. This is our new assistant, Sister Reese. This is the one that the commander was telling us about on our airship. That's going to be joining us along. So, she's a nice little addition. Not too bad. The last thing Erica Russell wants to see here is more people from the church. We're just going to argue back and forth of like, no, you're not going to be taking that from the church. Yes, more company. Is there like God standing behind her? So that's how they think they can get me, is it? They can't just bribe me so easily. I'm just better than that. Look, we're going to be honest here, Erica. That's not what we're about here. That's not it. What happens to be your secret weapon? The most powerful force in the universe. Oh. That's your child. Do you think we're here to kill you? Yep, she is. Sure, I mean, why not? But that's irrelevant to what's going on here. Did you think we're here to murder you? Anyways, yeah, no matter how freaking adorable you may happen to be, you can't take me down because I've got a natural immunity to... What's going on here? Sister Reese is very confused. I don't think we're following here, Erica. And then they throw you into a sister's habit to compliment it all. Yeah, like as we said, this is Whoopi Goldberg, if we're going to say so ourselves. It's been okay for the most part, but I think it's just I gotta keep drinking a little bit more, obviously. And I haven't been I just noticed it literally how you just sort of brought it up now, but I think it's just because I'm talking so much. Like, I don't feel sick at all or anything like that, so I literally think it's just probably, you know, just I probably need to shut up at work and shut up for an evening and let it heal. The lady's Professor Erica Russell of ZCF, while the gentleman is Lieutenant Colonel Sid of the Royal Army. Father Graham here and Sister Reese. Look, we're just having a chit chat about the artifact. That's it, really. That will be all. Perhaps not, but my intention was to save you the time and effort required to do so by making the correct judgment myself. So I'm here to decide whether or not it actually has true power. So go on, what legal basis do you have for us for taking it? The agreements with the church are clear that the artifacts have lost their power, which exempt us from using the rules. I have no legal basis, but you have no more of one for keeping it, and if we're following the agreements to the letter, no one is allowed to assert ownership of inactive artifacts. So it belongs to neither you nor me, and it's abandoned with no owner whatsoever. So I don't need a reason, it's mine and that's final? To put it bluntly, yes. Straight to the point, Sister Reese. Like, what are you gonna do? Just turn around and take it? The thing's the size of like 6 basketballs. It's probably heavy as fuck. I can't say I don't want to take it back to Arteria with us, but after all the help Liberals given with us, I feel kind of bad just snatching it from them without giving them a valid reason. Oh, is this gonna have to go like before a court or something? Are we gonna get some judge that's gonna be clueless on dealing with artifacts and whatnot? Like, are we gonna have to go back to case law here? Then craziness hits. Did the two of you not hear that? Hear what? Oh, looks like it's back to the churches now, eh? Looks like it's showing a little bit of power. It's blossoming up, and is there going to be a face hugger that's going to come out of that thing? No. It's the cube. Where's Loki? Because he's going to grab it out of nowhere. I wonder if Sister Reese has got something to do with why it's all of a sudden just acting up out of nowhere. But it now does belong for sure with the church. Its rightful owner. It showed its power. A box or a cube? Both could be technically the same. Could you imagine he just holds it? What was the name of that thing in the Avengers? What was the thing that Loki was after that eventually did have one of the Infinity Stones in it or something? That was right. What was it, like the Tesseract? Was that it? And now it stopped glowing. Here, you want it? In accordance with the pacts of the church, I, Kevin Graham, will be assuming custody of it from here on out. I'm sorry that we brought you down all those giant stairs, but you have the church's deepest appreciation. We're not going to pay you for anything. You can't sell it anywhere. It starts to make you wonder about those people who like go on those giant ships to like collect like treasures from, 100 years ago in ships, and then when they pull it up, they're like, oh geez, we can't take these treasures because they belong to whoever ship it was limited to. Spain takes it and they throw it in a museum, and you spent millions of dollars to try to get it and nothing comes out of it. No, she doesn't know when to quit. Just as though I thought she'd max out her crazy talk, she spews and shouts and goes, well, I'm going to be taking that. I thought Annalise was one of a kind cuteness freak, but she might actually have some stiff competition. Oh yeah, she's a girl that we met while here last time. She's a bracer around your age, I think. But we've yet to run into a bracer yet. Even with when Tita finally does join up with us, there's no There's no seeing, there's no mentioning of Estelle, Joshua, Charizard, Annalise. Nope. Could always have as many as we need. Five years is a long time. Just as you have changed and progressed in rank significantly during those years, so have I. The Reese Argent standing before you is a squire of the Grail's Ritter and not the girl that you once knew. I'm here to serve and protect and nothing more. You need not concern yourself with how I feel. Don't treat me as a subordinate, and then there's little reason for me to not here serving you. But with that talk out of the way, we need to board the last international line. You're on out of Grant, so now don't we, and start making our way to the landing port. Hold on, wait a second. Was that like someone's stomach that just like, you know, birthed, farted, whatever? It's a figment of your imagination. I think she farted there. I see no other explanation as to why you're hearing sounds that clearly don't exist in reality. She farted. That's like a joke that women don't fart or something, isn't it? Okay, definitely maybe or not. She farted or not. It's either that or her stomach grumbled. Perpetually hungry Reese Armor. Okay, so it was her stomach was growling. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Since when did you not being able to turn off your stomach become something you have to apologize for? Well, you know, let's hit the bar. Let's have a beverage or two. Let's you know, have some snacks, some nachos perhaps. I'm sorry, okay, I didn't mean to push my luck here, but like I just got carried away thinking of old times, that's all. Nor do I see any point in you doing so, because there are a few things in this world that carry less weight than one of your apologies. Finally biting back, are we? Finally, she grew a backbone. No way I can get used to it like ever. It just weirds me out. So please, call me Kevin. Same as you always did. And what if I refuse, Father Kevin? Then I'll keep begging until you change your mind. What if we got on our knees for you? Just like from Home Alone, right? We love you. No? Not even you? I think Logan does. That's mean. There we go. That's what I wanted. Even if I've changed how I address you, the fact that you're subordinate hasn't changed in the slightest. Just don't forget that. To the department store, of all things? Filling up on bread. That's gonna go south pretty quick, I think. So, did we clear it all out of bread before we even got into, you know, having some pasta or anything like that either? The girl behind the counter looked like she thought you were a freak of nature. Thrown away? Wait. So she bought all of the bread, spending her entire salary on food, for only to save the bread from being thrown out. But is she gonna eat it all or give it away to people? I'm not sure what's going on here at all. Alright, well, my getup is right at the top of the suspicious charts. Stop the grumbling. Back on over to the landing port we go. Is something... Oh. Thought we saw someone escape around the corner over there. Let's go check it out. don't know who this fiend is, but as long as I don't kill them, I can go as far as I like, right? So whoever they are, they're not very good at tailing people. So let's go see who it is. Alright. Well, why don't you go around one way, I'll go around the other way, and we'll see who it is that was trying to catch up with us there in behind the Edel store. Edel? Edel? Nobody knows. Uh-oh. You're in trouble, dude. You come on down to the docks. There's no escape. Just jump into the water. Oh, I thought we were chasing Gilbert, not Gilbert chasing us. Would we, like, somehow come around to the other side of him somehow? How? How did you discover me and my stealth abilities are at the height of perfection? I need a beer, like, immediately. And I also need to take a quick little piss break. So, I will be right back. I promise you. Scary. There it is. Swear to God, if I just if I would just look where I'm walking half the time, I would avoid the Mega Blocks. I really would half the time, but you know, then we don't, and you know, we argue with Gilbert while we're opening a Sapporo. It's technically part of Aurora Borealis, something along those lines. Anyways, quote as low ranking. I mean, that's pretty bad when Father Kevin's really throwing out some hot garbage towards his way. Like, low ranking official, he's meaningless. He's meaningless, essentially. But he's still technically one of them. So we have to follow the rules and bring it all up and whatnot. Sure, why not? He looks the part. Is that about it? Just looks the part. Are we gonna murder this guy? Shove him off the side of the docks, perhaps? I mean, he was trying to tail us. It didn't go over well for him, but you know, we're gonna do a little bit of sister act and go Whoopi Goldberg on this guy, I think. And not Whoopi Goldberg, but Goldberg. You know, WCW. You know, the first beer of the day always tastes the greatest. There we go. I'm impressed how accurately you were able to judge his character after talking to him for like a second. Well, you know, I think Sister Reese is a really smart woman. So he oozes irrelevance from every pore. Oh man, that's I gotta use that in my day-to-day. Gilbert's got a gun. Okay, well, I have a giant sword, so that went over well. A Templar sword, eh? That's what we picked. Just like you chose a bow gun, I chose the Templar sword, so that's it to it. That guy, like, has his spine been compressed? Is he okay? Do we send him just over the edge there and put him out of his misery? Is he okay, or... You don't even know how you got hit. Like, were we moving like in slow motion to this guy? Was it like the Matrix with Neo? The blade is made up of multiple pieces held together by wires that let the user extend it at will. Everyone's penis needs to be made up of multiple pieces held together by wires so that you could extend it at your leisure, essentially, right? But anyways, what's a criminal like you doing here in Gransel, and how much of our business do you happen to know? Because I'll whack you with this giant sword again, Gilbert. And by the way, she's not in a good mood. As we say with a small little smirk. I thought he was literally gonna jump into the water there, and then no, I'm just going to sit there. Please forgive me. Okay, that's fine. Yep, we misjudged him. He's not really out there. So go on, keep on talking. You said you crash landed here. That means there's an Ouroboros ship somewhere near here that you came on, right? No, that I swam here. Actually, that's how it went. Oh, I rode this giant fish. Okay, now that looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you as a person are still irrelevant, but I guess we have to fight you and your giant blue machine, so we'll figure life out, I guess. As we do with every single time, we're gonna clock on up, because that's just what we do to have a little fun around here. Just so we're acting a little bit, no, clock up, no, clock down. Where's my clock up? There we go. We want to be acting quickly here. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that stupidity was going to happen. That should be able to cure that. Get rid of that, and there we go. You think we're gonna be able to clock up again, or you know, we gonna be able to do so? We should probably move, actually, so that giant thing doesn't blow us up. But
Let's see what color your blood is.
And then, you know, you can... actually, probably having them both on the same side will probably be okay for us. I always feel like when these things do these types of attacks, it should have hit that guy as well. I don't think that's fair that didn't, you know, attack him. I'm trying to think here. If he's going to throw me in ice again, I'm not going to be a fan of it. So... Oh, we get to use it this time. There we go. Okay. Problem solved at least once over.
Eat this! What the heck?
And then she's only got the one clock up, but that's okay. God, some of these fights can be just super annoying out of nowhere. Everything just takes forever now, too, just to get our poppet rockets off. So what does this guy not like? He's pretty basic to everything. He's pretty basic to everything. They've got some giant... they got a lot of hit points, to be honest. So we'll throw... It's always good. Good old Shadow Spear? Why not?
Get him!
I was gonna say, if you do the ice thing again, I'm gonna murder you. I'm so annoyed by some of the bullshit that you see around here. It really is over the top.
Take this!
Get a freebie hit in there, right? Like, why not get that freebie happen? It seemed to work okay. Let's see if the Soul Ascension will work for us there. There we go. Love seeing that too. Love seeing a few misses every once in a while. A little bit of mortal punishment.
Take this! Ha! Yeah! Eat that arrow!
Oh, it looks so cool. It just looks so great. Drop you in that pyramid. Things aren't going well for you, bud, now are they?
Take that!
Sort of probably wishing he was going to be doing a lot more
Take this!
moves. Take advantage of the critical. There we go. Okay, okay. What do you got for craft? So you got a chain you could do. Is that going to bypass? Nope. I don't want him to have that. Yes, that looks a lot better for us. Oh, even having that on her. So that should take him out. Then we can start the real work on the other guy. Oh, maybe you can get both of them. Why not? Well, I feel like that's a little bit of a waste of it at the moment because you're going to kill... We'll save it for that. We'll just get an easy peasy attack. And then I'm going to take advantage of whatever that thing does. Oh, beautiful.
No way.
Yeah, you're done, bud. You're done. Like dinners. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what it does. Because this is a good opportunity to just sort of see what it actually does. So the real question of the day, how does one go about seducing Bill Gates? I mean, he's a man who, you know, he's unfortunately like of the super rich people. Like, I'm not saying like Jeff Bezos is super good looking, but I think he's a little bit better looking than Bill Gates if we are going to be having this discussion. But I don't think he has to. I think he more so has to worry about. He's got to worry about someone trying to seduce him, right? Like, surely he's a smart enough man. He probably doesn't even bother to get remarried, type of thing, right? I mean, are you asking me how maybe me and you can actually seduce Bill Gates? Is this how it goes? Like, didn't he say he was going to get rid of all of his money? Like, he's not leaving anything. Everything's in his foundation or something like that. Is that after the... See, I don't know. Like, I think they had... I'm sure they had an agreement already. But I'm fairly certain, like, that was sort of like their thing of, like, they were leaving their kids like $1 million each or something like that, and then everything else was being put into the foundation. But and I'm fairly certain that they were already fairly clear that their foundation was still continuing. So it's probably irrelevant, to be honest. I don't like. I think they were married, like, how long have they been together for? 27 years? So, like, what year is that? So, when was Microsoft the big thing? So, that was in the 90s. All I can remember is the Microsoft Windows 95 conference, right? Of everyone's going crazy. Like, that was the thing of, like, businesses basically had to have Windows 95, right? Everything worked with it. So if you look at that, like, he was married pretty much right after that. So I mean, if I look at it that way, they're both. It'll probably just be like Jeff Bezos said the same thing when he was getting like, Amazon would not have existed in what it is today without his ex-wife, like, who was, his current wife. Like, she did a lot of work for Amazon. I'm sure Melinda Gates probably, did a fair enough stuff. Penguins wearing tuxedos. I am a nerd. Yes, I am a nerd. Who doesn't enjoy themselves every once in a while? A good old tit roar, right? Oh, that just, like, I don't remember this guy being so difficult. But I also don't remember him doing that strength and ADF up. That's really annoying. Does that go away, or? There you go. Thank you. I finally implemented the channel points. I finally got them all rocking. Is there something I can use to get rid of that guy's thing? Debilitate? Oh, I mean... yeah, her thing's probably going to go down as well. So might as well just keep acting. They're cool. I got to throw the thanks to basically everyone though in the chat. Like, everyone threw out some ideas. Chelsea put them down to paper, and then I put in the work yesterday for them. So just finally happy that they're finally all said and done. The only thing that I had a lot of time looking at and trying to figure, like, was how much points I want to have everything, and then whether or not I wanted them to be, like, multiple uses or not. So, like, I don't want, like, you don't need 1,000 people coming in here and asking me to dab type of thing. Like, it's gonna get a little old if I just keep having to dab or have to, so, like, that was the thing. Like, I hated to limit it, but at the same time, they're just a little extra thing. That's all they are. I don't think I honestly have something that's gonna get rid of this guy's... At least not on my end, that looks like. Maybe those just go away, I hope. I mean, he ain't doing any damage to us, so... Oh, that does a ton of damage, though. Maybe that's the answer. Just keep hitting it. Why are we using magic on these things, right? Why are we bothering with this? Look at that. It took me a bajillion years to finally learn not to be able that I could move away out of these things.
Take that!
I hope she doesn't go in and step in front of that thing. I was a little worried there. It sounds like that was going to murder a lot of people, and it didn't, thank God. So now he's going to recover, and everything's okay. What do we got to really put this guy out a bit? There we go.
Let's
Put
end.
him out of his misery. I love how it goes like that weird current affairs color, like as if, you know, hell's all
What's next?
frozen over or something. How's penguins wearing tuxedos been? Yeah, you don't want that thing to just fall in the water. Yeah, that you're gonna have to get your Ouroboros pals to probably pick that up. It's probably done. To earn that? I mean, what, you can't just replace it out of nowhere? That's not how that works. You buy it yourself? Wasn't company owned? All right. Wait, so who is Sister Reese's sister? That I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out. I'm sure someone could figure it out. I'm sure I probably know, but I haven't been putting 2 and 2 together for that or anything, so. I'll hand you on over to the soldiers here and just leave it at that. You'll probably just, you know, go into the drunk tank for a day and they'll let you out. No bail. Eek. Huh. So there's that thing again, but only me and Reese ever get that, like, know what's going on. So something from this locket, everything, you know, makes something blue, starts glowing. Could you imagine it just disintegrates Gilbert out of nowhere? Nothing to you, don't worry, shut up for a second. So the time to begin is finally upon us. Oh, okay, so Gilbert heard that, I think, obviously. Oh, this guy looks cool. Now, he looks like one of those people from the, what was their names? I can't remember. They were like Oh, there was the Phantom guy. There's the chick that had the giant robot kid, Rennie. I don't know. I can't remember what their name was. Who the devil are you? He probably wants the glowing thing, probably. And thus my lord was revived. Come forth, lost lambs. Who has time to read all that stuff? That went by so quickly. I didn't even hit the button. Terrible. I think this is now how we've ended up in the space world time continuum. Yes. Nice little area. It's got a bench and whatnot, but I don't know what happened to Gilbert. Gilbert is not here, but he did hear that guy, and everyone was around, but maybe it's just us that were floating around with it. I don't know. Kevin? Where are we? We're in the Home Alone house. Just waiting for John Candy to drop Mom off. You feeling any pain? I feel sick. Like sick as in it's time of that month sick. Sick as in like you're going to throw up right now. Or feel sick as in like you just can't believe what happened and like you feel sick but not really sick. My stomach's going to implode if it doesn't get any foods. You just ate like a bajillion pieces of bread. Is that really what we should be thinking about? I mean, to be fair, does it look like we're in any present danger? This looks like a nice little area, a nice little drinking spot, perhaps. She's always thinking with her stomach, though. I remember a strange man appearing, and then that cube glowing white all of a sudden. Then, poof. We ended up here. But take a look around us. We're in a library. Or a library. I'll accept both, obviously. Those are giant-ass books as well. Don't have those fall on your head. Yes. I feel like we're in Interstellar. Hans Zimmer should be playing the music for this. Giant trees, waterfalls. It looks wonderful. And some type of stone monument that the apes go crazy over. The Hermit's Garden. Fair enough. Yeah, so much for this just being a little easy assignment, right? So there we go. We actually made really good time, actually. 2.5 hours to finish up the prologue of the Grail's Ritter. Obviously, so here's where I'm hoping. You see, I have all of these things. A few of these are corrupted, so I'm hoping that when we save here, that doesn't screw up anything going on off. We'll see. Hence why I had to start over, but. Chapter 1, Phantasmic. I think that would have been a better thing to go with. Like, how does anyone get those books up at the top? You just climb the bookcase? Do you have magical powers? Ignorant cults, the kin of Vegarna, the Cosmographica. Oh, here's the Azure fragments. Yeah, I guess whoever manages it just has, like, magic powers, just like, you know, Doctor Strange. They can just move things around. They're all fine. Like, no way, what it's called. It's called The Liberian Cuisine, published by the Liberal News Service. What's that doing here? Well, obviously, someone put it there. Is it part of the Dewey Decimal System, as they would say? Yeah, there's this girl named Dorothy who works for the NLS, and she's been one incredible photographer. She's a foodie, I think. But she's not like one of those jerk-off foodies. Like, she's pretty good at her job. Nile, depends on how you want to look at it or pronounce it. He's relatively nice, but a smidgen of her egg salad sandwich. Thank you for that. The flour used was clearly of high quality. Bread like that can't be made without excellent water either. I think I like liberal. Well, I can't deny that the country has some great grub. But let's get off the subject of food already. It's making me hungry myself, and I have to make some popcorn chicken soon, so hopefully I don't blow it. Oh, come to think of it, it's completely stopped glowing now. Might as well be inactive again. I doubt it was a coincidence that it started glowing just before we were sent here. No ordinary artifact, that's for sure. Just give it to me, Kevin. Give it to me now. Oh, that's not the way she was intending that. Protecting you is my duty as the squire, and I can hardly stand by and let you keep something that poses such danger or Danner? DJ Tanner. I think we'll be fine. First, we have no idea that the cube is even the reason why we ended up here. And second, despite me being the one that I've had it, you're here with me anyways, so what does it matter? I'd be more worried about, like, where are you shoving that cube? Like, right up your butt? Maybe? Do we have a giant pocket? Or is, like, does it follow us around by floating? I guess it could do that as well. Alright, promise. There you go. So this is a place where it's a little bit of a hub, as far as I'm concerned, this hermit city. We have access to a few things. Obviously, we can read a bunch of valuable books. No, not really. But there are places we can go. obviously, like the stairs. They look like fun now, don't they? And then there's pretty much nothing else around. So the last time I think we looked at was, this is like the central hub. There's going to be a monument here where we can buy some orbments. We're not going to screw up the spending of that, obviously. Then there's a tree where you can buy some ingredients. And then there's a waterfall where we can spend a little bit of time to get our CP. I think it heals up you full up. So as far as I'm pretty sure. The only thing that's weird to me, and I up to this point, I could have sworn we had a fair amount of orbments. Did it just get rid of them all? I thought it didn't. That's like an old school Nintendo cartridge right there. I mean, it did say the Hermit's Garden. Could you guys not decipher that out at all, or what? Is it gonna talk to us? Should we try to destroy this thing? I don't think that's the best. No, that's not the best talk that we should be doing there. It's probably not in our best interest to do that, probably. Obviously not. Don't worry, I was joking. You so were not. I mean, especially when I was in on that, you were like, oh, like, we're actually going to be able to do this? This might actually sound like fun? Yeah, like, I'm fairly certain, like, I don't know why I'm misremembering, but we do have orbments. Yeah, we have tons of them. I'm trying to think what on earth happened, because I'm fairly certain one of these things has us go and buy something. As far as the eye can see, just look at that. We're in the middle of deep space there, folks. Judging by how our voices don't echo anyways. Alright. Simple enough. There was a spot, I'm not misremembering here, there was a spot that we buy ingredients from. I think that's the tree, and there was a place where we bought orbments, but I can't remember. I could have sworn like it resets everything. It's the Deku tree. Deku or Deku tree? I feel like I would need Mythical Wings to be here to explain that to me. I feel like she's a Legend of Zelda fan. I mean, there could be lots of Legend of Zelda fans, but Ocarina of Time was one of those that I never really played. I know, slap me now and call me silly. All right. Oh, so she's an expert on weed here, right? It's not a tree that grows on the western side of the continent. Okay, so maybe it's from Russia. I don't know. Could be one of those cherry blossom trees they always talk about in Japan. Though we have those here as well, so. Yeah, what every answer to her is violence. Let's not go over this monument. Let's cut open this tree. Huh. Okay, so there is a point where these things do sort of open up for us. And there's nothing here. Okay. Yeah, so then there's the waterfall that we'll get to. I think this is where we came from. I think. Yes, okay. So the waterfall's just on the other side. But it doesn't do anything yet. So something must trigger that, and I can't remember it. We've played this game like, what, 3 days ago, and I already can't remember what triggers that out. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, there's that glowing thing. Nice little waterfall that heals us all up. I mean, how nice is that? That's like a Japanese RPG trope right there. Like, hey, head on over there. I thought it was gonna be like a fishing thing, and it wasn't that. But you know, enough seats for 6 people. That's not bad. I don't know where you get the food from, unless you just pulled out of your butt, like Stanley from The Office. I mean, where's the source of water even coming from? Does no one even care about that at all? If there were any fish to be fished, oddly enough, there isn't any. Who doesn't love fishing in a Japanese RPG game, right? I mean, I don't have to tell you, but maybe we're gonna be here to catch the Guardian. Maybe that's a thing. Is it pouring out? Or is that just the sound of the waterfall? I think I did this last time. I mean, it doesn't look nice outside, but it ain't pouring. That's what he did last time.
Think you're locking yourself out
It was drizzle when you went out? Okay. Like, I know, like, it was just starting to spit when I came back from Wally World. But it wasn't when I went in, but obviously I wasn't out long. So, okay, now let's see what that glowing thing on the ground was over here. Oh, I see. It changed its perspective on me there. How dare you? I'm not sure. Just take a closer look. Why don't we touch it? Let's see how bad this is going to ruin everything. Oh, a lunar seal and a bunch of sepith. Who dumped all this sepith on the ground? How dare they? Do they know how valuable this stuff is? What? You know what I don't ask you too often, Miss Rainbow Sparkles? What have you been playing recently? I feel like I don't think I've ever asked that question ever. I mean, I'm sure I have, but this is where you tell me that you don't play video games or something out of nowhere, and then I'm gonna be very, very confused. All right, so we got a lunar seal. So I don't know who's gonna wear that, but you know, I'm sure we can throw it. Yeah, and then that was another thing. There was items. There was items. Silver emblem, CP recovery up. Yeah, we're gonna throw that right on there. Wait, how much is that? Not too bad. Off we go. So there was the other spot over here. I think like eventually something's just gonna kick off, and it's a mix between Netflix and Overwatch. Overwatch. Who do you play? Are you a tank, support? Oh, I could have sworn you've told me this. You play as Diva, don't you? Now everything's starting to roll back into my brain. Talk to the monument. Maybe it'll finally have some answers for us. You're all 3. Wait, what do you mean you're all 3? Oh, tank damage and support. Oh, okay. Are you excited for number 2 then to come out? Because I like, as far like I played Overwatch here and there, like bits and pieces. It's a little too advanced for my tastes. Like, damn shirt is like bunched up at the back. Like, so number 1 is becoming like free when number 2 comes out, right? And then number 2 is gonna not just be a straight up PvP game. It's gonna have some. I don't like what they said about like some horde modes and some like I remember Overwatch every once in a while would do like these story quests of where like you party up with like a group of 3 people, and like you can do like I remember the Halloween one. That was fun to play because like I'm not a fan of the PvP stuff, but like the horde stuff worked okay for me. It was still hard. The Liberian cuisine book we found earlier is one, right? Yes, so if assume this is some kind of enclosed space sealed away from the Aureola. How did a book that was only published this year get on in here? Hate to tell you what the answer is that, but the answer is always aliens. It's always aliens. I mean, he could still be a librarian. He could be still the guy just, hey, look, this book looks interesting. I should throw it in there. Maybe he has some lemmings that work for him or something. I don't know. So now what? Can we talk to the monument and everything works out well for us now? This again. Oh, so maybe this is where we all get everything reset and it screws us. Ah! Oh. Yeah, that's never the sound you want to hear. Is the cube that brought you here just shatters. So our battle orbits have now just shattered. Just what is going on here? So that shattered, and now this thing woke up, and now the tree's alive. We can talk to the great DQ tree, and you know, little Navi's gonna follow us around and go, hey, listen! Hey, listen! Hey, listen! Remember how annoying that was? God, Nintendo, remake that. Why didn't Nintendo remake that for like a 35th anniversary for Zelda? How come they didn't have that rocking? Oh man, where's Baker? I need him to redo over this little walkthrough of orbits again. Not that I need him, I remember it now. It's okay, it's all clicking in now. Honestly, I get the feeling we'd be shit out of luck with it. So, yeah, let's got some new stuff now that we can figure out now and see what's all changed now. So we got a little bit more Sepith from the Broken Quartz. So yeah, okay, so we still have our weapons, but now we don't have any orbits. So that's what screwed us here. Okay. So now that that's a thing, let's save up the game again. And again, I'm hoping these load up fine. But I don't know. Okay, hello. Hi. It's like magic. Do you believe in magic? The only thing I can add to that is that the laws of the world as we know don't seem to apply to it. Rise. No, raise, rise. Lord Vader. Yeah, it was a voice, yeah. Raise the cube. Raise the cube. Oh, we don't need no mother. That mother. Raise the cube. Yeah, who's there? It's the monument is talking. Let's not be confused here. Just please listen to me. Raise the cube. Yeah, you know, all those memes, they last a day, you know. Feels like just like yesterday where it was May the 4th again in the year 2020. Visitors from afar. This again? Really? This again? Oh, he sounds different. So what you're telling me is he doesn't sound like James Earl Jones? What power are you granting me? Name your currency so that we may transact within the system you know. Mira? Canadian rupees. Give me all of them. Maybe it's going to sell us things in exchange for Mira? Oh, that could be it. Oh, thank you for mentioning it. Understood. Mira. Oh, we could have got so much more with the Canadian dollar. So we don't need to restore. Oh, so that's HP EP. I don't know if there's a cost to it. We don't have any Mira, so... Okay, so you do a little rest. That's free. The shop. Weapons, armors, and tools. Okay. So, okay, so that's what I did before. I converted a lot of the... Alright, so we don't want to waste that. We want to buy some quartz. Right? I think we can probably get away with getting one of each, because I didn't screw it up this time, so... Yeah, this is what we spent a little bit too long on before. Oh, so that cast one would probably be nice to have a couple of each. Yeah, so we'll have 2 of those. Two of those, because those are also good. And then the Mirage. Yeah, probably a couple of each of these. There we go. There we go. Don't really need to buy any slots at this moment in time, obviously, because we're pretty short. Probably want to now do some converting. See what kind of... How much are we going to need here? If we want to buy some things. So if we want to buy like the Aqua Bow, so we need 200, 1,000, 1,200. No, I need one of these for each of them. So 1,000, 2,000, 2,200. I need 2,200. I don't think I need many of these, but probably should grab some. Call it 3,000. See how many I get just by getting, you know, just to odd numbers here. Or even numbers. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. I mean, listen to me, please, because, you know, it's a nice little... but these are so valuable. Oh, there's no way I'm getting that amount of money. $13.90. I'm not. I know. I keep saying that, but I don't. $17.60. I don't even know if I want to spend the like. I don't feel like I need the armor or anything. Like, I really don't think I need that. I really don't think I need it. I think I'm actually pretty good with what we got. But, and we didn't buy any ingredients the other time. Let's just call it a day. So what? Oh, how comical is that? You can go to trade, and we can get it. I mean, we still need some money, so like, there's no way of getting around that. So just get the money. 760. There we go. That's a little bit of money. If we want to shop, we can buy. The weapons are dirt cheap. $7.91 and $8.15. I just want to see if it's worthy enough to get those as upgrade. Yeah, I already synthesized those things. Relax. So okay, what do we got here? Yeah, I'm gonna say those are worthy of picking up. For their price, obviously. All right. Let's throw those on and throw the ornaments on. Again, I don't want to spend forever on this, but judging by the EP points, Kevin will generally be our healer. So as you can see, like, you know, you can only put certain things in obviously one thing. So action 1, everyone needs a clock up, but you only both get that from the cast as well. And I feel like that's what you want, the cast on everybody. But then also the action, like, I don't think, like, taking advantage, I think of that, you know, the action, so the speed is up for him as well. And then putting in the cast. You see, like, it's sort of... He's going to be the healer. You want him acting a lot quicker, obviously. So yeah, we're going to need the... Probably the HP. They're both valued at that. Whose agility is higher? They're both base level the same. Yep. Come here. I'm fair. Can you wave? Can you wave? There you go. Let's see a little hand. Mwah. Let's have a little nappy, okay? Whoop. Ooh. Where'd your sucky go? That's what we gotta find now, because you Frank threw it out. Bear with me, folks. Gotta find a pacifier, ladies and gentlemen. Where did you put it, dude? Throw it. This one on? Okay, lie down. No, he had it out there. I don't know. We got tons of them. Just, you know, they like specific ones. I think I was trying to think of like what I think like EP cut would be better. Because we want, you know, that's good. EP, max EP, also good. And then also probably hit again because we bought 2 of them anyways. So, but I think for move would be better for her because she's She's not a ranged character. I'm just trying to think, what else do you put on here? Don't have a lot of points. Alright, let's see what she's got. Mirage. Oh, obviously, she can throw on a few of those. It's weird, like, I look at, like, the defense, and it just doesn't make sense to me, but, like, it sort of does at the same time. Like, I want them both to be able to heal, like, you know, one has the HP, one has the mind. That's gonna work. I'm just throwing stuff here. Like, it's, you know, it is what it is. She'll be more of the... Like, at this level, you don't really need to be spending ridiculous amounts of points on weird things. Like, you're probably throwing the shields. I think whether the evade or the impede would be better. I think the cast is another good one. And I said I was going to put the move on, so that might be better. Again, same with the... Oh, just so many things we're trying to work with here. Just got Tear, Clock Up, Firebolt, Soul Blur. Yeah, like, that's sort of the thing of no one's got Stonehammer. He doesn't have anything other than a couple blue things, so, like, I don't know. I could probably evade. That looks alright to me. And yeah, we just don't have the points to throw in right now, obviously. That's... Yeah, there just isn't a lot of things to be thrown at. That's okay. Alright, so now we're off to visit the other 3 places. So there's the tree, the Great Deku Tree, where we can buy some ingredients. I don't think we really bothered with that, but, you know, we just gotta, you know, chat it up with it just to make sure that it's all set out. Holy Stregas! Now this is something. Now Stregas, we've heard that name mentioned, but that's in the Persona series, the Strega group. It looks as though the petals are pure light floating around through it. I welcome you, dear guests. It talks. So it is the Great Deku Tree. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you the blessings of the earth. However, my power is not without its limits. You have to pay me. I require compensation. You're a fucking tree. Oh my god, you're a tree, dude. But yeah, let's just see what he's got. Yeah, just your basics. A lot of money, which we unfortunately don't have right now. So when my master's power returns, the variety of blessings I offer shall increase. So, sure, cheers to that. If someone told me a tree just chatted them up and offered them to sell them ingredients, I'd tell them they'd have too many drinks. That was almost fitting for when I had my drink. Something up? Oh, what's she reading? The great tree took root near to a 7-colored spring, and there is granted blessings and joy. An excerpt from the book of Genesis, the primal ground. Are we reading the Bible here now, or what? Thank you for the divine protection and mercy you have bestowed upon us. I'm not sure this tree has, well, anything to do with the goddess, though. Even though the testaments of the goddess say that all roads lead to food, food is the... Again, with her and food, it never ends. A recipe book. Well, because we're gonna have to make some food, obviously, eventually, so... That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, doesn't it? Doesn't it make any sense? Alright. Well, still... please. No, too soft for our good sometimes, obviously. Also, the second I catch you snacking on something while we're making it, I am done. Done as in dinner. Okay, yeah, nothing else to do here. I don't think there's anything down these steps. I could be wrong. I think it's just nothing. Yeah. I don't think that bench does anything. Nope. Okay. Oh, first of all, let's set up our battle position. I hate that this is a thing that I have to set, but there we go. No books to read? Good. I like to work in like a clockwise manner. That way at least you don't forget about the direction you're at least heading, even though the game likes to pull a little fast one on you every once in a while. This should be the monument though, so we probably don't need to go here again. Oh no, it's the library. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here other than the cuisine book. Yeah, that's it. Okay. It's weird how like there's nothing. It's just like where the Jedi Council of people sit or something, right? Like just you know, here. Yes, well, eventually we'll come up to that door after we visit. Okay, there's nothing there. Where was this door? Because this is what heals us up. We go here and we'll heal up our C. It's so weird. It's so weird that you just go here to get your CP charged up, but you know, you go to the monument and you can get your HP and EP charged. I feel like just going here should be everything. Just call it a day. Give me everything at once. We'll be okay. Right? Visitors from afar, quench your thirst in accordance with my master's wishes. I shall grant you vitality. Drink! Obviously, drink to that. I'll drink to that. When you have fought several battles, return to me. Sure. How many P points is Miss Rainbow Sparkle up to nowadays? I feel like that's something we need to get to the bottom of, obviously. So I wanted to see if this would work from my no. What do you, Jordan? What do you do? No, that is that what? Okay, that's what I need. No, why would I want to open that up? I want to log in from here, you melon head. Oh my god. Oh, that is weird. That was super weird. Okay. Just want to test something here. Hey, there we go. Okay. 23,540 in Gabs. Appreciate the follow. That was not actually what I wanted to check. That was really super weird. It made it look like I did something, but I didn't. Off we go. And now, like, so are you much like Mr. Stu P, Peter? Do you have something that tickles your fancy with all these new points we've implemented? I don't know how they look for you, because you watch on your phone, right? So nothing here. Coming right at you, Snake. Phone to chat, laptop to watch, right? There we go, yes. There's the door we would love to enter on into. Okay, so you chatted up with, you know, the Great Deku Tree, and then we can stumble on into this little exit, which is going to be like our first little test of a true dungeon, I would argue, so. Monument that sells items, tree that sells ingredients, and a spring that stores vitality. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay. Eventually, I promise I will learn. Try stepping on it? Obviously. Yeah, that's not going to go over well with Sister Reese there. We're going to have to, you know, get on over in there and see what we can gather up there. So we got the Grails Ritter. So that essentially, I'm guessing, is like the Bracer notebook. In her words, Kevin's reports lately have been far too vague for my liking. I'll bet he's not even taking notes while he's out on the jab. Give him this so he has no more excuses to slack off, McFly. You're a slacker. She was the one who taught me how to use my Templar sword, and I respect her deeply. No joke, eh? Alright. Anyways, that'll be a nice little thing. So I guess like that's how we'll probably get some side quests or anything. I don't know. Like it's probably gonna be exactly the same as the Bracer notebook. It's gonna have, you know, what magic we can currently do and throw out. Like just take a peek at it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Side stories. That's right. I remember that was a little separate. So this all gets explained pretty much. Cube functions? Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Yep, there's all our magic. And then chapter 1. The investigation. Alright, let's head off. Through the magical teleportation world. We'll probably wrap this up. And then we'll call it a day. Going live for about 3 hours. That'll get us almost caught up to where we were. Obviously, we've saved a lot of time, obviously. It took us about 8.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer, maybe closer to 9, to finish up with Tita's story, and we're only at just over 3. So this won't take us too long to do this, but I've got to go and do some dinner as well at the Jade Corridor. Yep. Uh-oh, frenemies. I mean, how do you know they're enemies, right? That's why everyone should be frenemies. Well, let's murder them. This will go over well. Ow! Just right off the hop, eh? Just gonna murder me and shit on my dick and call me Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Yeah, I do believe it was Ascension for these morons, so... Oh, I was thinking that guy wouldn't get a hit off. That was a little annoying right there. Dead. Just dead. Hope you enjoyed that one, bud. So how come she can't use her CP point? Like, you'll notice what I'm looking like. Hers is at 200 of a max. She can do things, but she can't use, like, I'm trying to think. That was probably explained to me in the last game. Oh, she doesn't have an S break. That's why. Ah. Ah.
Let's go.
No problem.
Beautiful.
God.
Was it me or did that Skeletor like guy look like the He-Man guy when he's vibing and dancing? There we go. Now we're gonna get some things here. They're all dead. Move on. Disappear in a fat air, as we say. How can this be? Like, what do you mean? Like, just monsters appearing in a place that we've never been to before? Come on. The elements against them weren't your usual fare. You mean like Mirage, Space-Time Continuum? So I wondered if this is going to be a much bigger point. If you're going to be here, like, do you want to use the Space-Time Mirage stuff a lot more? Like, almost, do you want to switch stuff out while you're in here? I don't know. That'd be weird. All here? Why does it sound impossible to these people? What is like set them off to think that, like, know these SEPA things that we have, you know, out of nowhere, how they're essentially just a little tiny of a thing, like, you know how they don't exist in our other world but exist in this world, you know, how monsters don't really want them but they should have them, that type of stuff. I mean, we barely got hit, so let's continue on and see what we can find here. So now a monster guide, or as we like to call, a beast diary. It's hard not to say beast diary, but it's a beast diary, you know, with no D, or just say monster guide, because that's far easier. That's probably why Sister Reese says that. Or a fiend guide, something about Bray Wyatt, I'm sure. Wasn't he lit on fire by Randy Orton, and now he's still a thing? Wrestling, I tell you. Oh God, working that through. It's time to do your job. Scribble. Yeah, see how we wrote that all off in crayon? Set S break. Yeah, so she doesn't have one. And ours, we only have one. Oh, okay. Off we go, seeing the wizards. So it looked like there was something straight. Obviously, we can see that there is, hello. There is some treasure chests, obviously, so we're not going to waste all of our attack powers on these morons. We can see that, like, he's going to get a really mean move to do. Really, game? Really? Are you kidding me? I'm not taking any chance. So I wonder, like, when my character gets that, does that mean insta-kill? Like, I'm confused, because that's what it meant when they got it. Information. Did you know it's true that Zin's name was once written as Zane? But then another name change considered that was Olivier's, and the original suggestion was Oliver? This chest is glad that request never went. Wait, I prefer Oliver to Olivier. I don't like Olivier. Like, I don't like that as a name. I think it sounds stupid. And that was another enemy I just ran into out of nowhere. Oliver is far easier to say. It rolls off the tongue a lot better. Well, it's not going to matter whether you hit him or not, so there, whack him.
All right, what's next?
Easy peasy. Going well. Juicy bones and whatnot, sure. Oh, I forgot about these things. Okay, okay, so aqua bleed would work on that guy. Oh no, he's gonna become mean. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, please do that.
No way.
Ah, we were so close. This thing's gonna do it. Oh, so we, oh, that was actually pretty nice. That was really nice. Yeah, murder it again. 83. Do you think you can just whack it for 83? You can do 83 damage. Damn it. Damn it. I wore that. I deserve that. I deserve that conversation happening right there. Weird, like, you know, you just couldn't do a single thing to that guy. But, you know, you throw some aqua bleed on there and he's dead.
Hey.
Not many people are playing this game.
Oh, souls, may you rest in peace.
I'm trying to figure, like, I understand, like, you know, it's part of a trilogy and it's the final trilogy of it. So it's like, you know, am I expecting millions of people to play it? Obviously not, but I thought, like, at least there'd be like 5 or 10 people. It's the same with the Persona stuff as well. Like, there's not a lot of people that play those games. And again, I understand there's a lot of new stuff for people to play and whatnot, sure, but I would have thought at least there would have been a small percentage of people. Like, pardon me, I can't wait till I get into like Persona 4. Like, oh, I'm excited about it because it's new. It's new to me. Like, and same with the answer. Like, I want to get that done as well. But it's new to me. Like, that's where the excitement is for me. And I you know, get to try some great things. Oh, it's gonna be a wonderful experience. Both of them. Persona 5 Royal, although not as new as just 5, I've been told that's a masterpiece. And then the Cold Steel series, Trails of Azure, Trails of Zero. Oh my god, my friends, like, I can't even tell you the excitement levels that are coming through for these games. It's redonkulous. It really is. Okay, you're just chilling out. I'm gonna walk up in behind you there. There we go. He does almost the Kenny Omega thing with his, you know, his little attack there. It's nice. It's nice to see. She doesn't. She's not a Kenny Omega fan, but not everyone is. I don't know how you're not. AEW and Impact World Champion, but you know, I gotta watch that match. Him with, you know, getting the Impact World Championship. A little weird. What's your thought on that stuff? I find it very weird that, like, I understand that AEW is trying to get, you know, relationships with other companies, but I find it weird that, like, Impact. Look, I'm a giant Kenny Omega fan, but I'm trying to understand from the point of, like, an Impact, like, is that how you grow your brand? Is by having someone who isn't even signed to your company is your world champion? Now again, like, Kenny Omega, I believe, is the AAA world champion, the Impact world champion, and the AEW world champion. And then you have Jon Moxley. He's the isn't he the New Japan? Is it either the US belt or the Intercontinental belt for them? Of course, COVID has sort of ruined everything for them. I'm sure he may or may not have lost it, but I like that they have these relationships. Another glowing rock, eh? Like a cube of septium, but I don't think it is. Yeah, just touch it. Maybe it'll make your penis grow. Could you imagine just touching these golden rods out there and just bajoom, 30 inches? Has your penis grown? Nope. Uh-oh. What's happening? Visitor from afar. Do you know who voices Jafar? Who possesses the cube? Raise that sealing stone before the monument in the garden, and then we'll probably call off Tita. I think that's how that goes. Then the barrier and the imprisoned shall. I mean, why don't you just listen to it? Why don't you, there's no reason to bark at it. I will unlock another power cube. Make use of it. So wait, like, can we just go back? To use it, click on the icon in the top right corner of the screen and select the wishing you would love to go back to. So how do I click up there? Beware the malevolent one. Gather strength or you too will be forever. Forever. Like Terry Funk? Forever. Forever. I feel like I'm in some kind of weird dream that just gets freakier by the minute. I doubt it. Just kept talking about the cube as if it was a separate object. Yeah, it has no idea what's going on. And then there's the malevolent one. Now, was that the guy that was standing on top of the docks? Or was that the guy that was at the airship that said, like, you know, everything is coming to plan? Like, what was it? You know, poor Sister Reese. I was going to call her Father Reese. Poor Sister Reese. She's probably hungry as a horse. And she just wants to go on with her life, but... Moving on. Can we teleport now? Finally? Anything? Can we click that top right thing eventually? I don't even know how to click it. What do I go to? Hold on. Why don't we take this chance to use a cube? Yeah, I would love to. You just would tell me how to use said cube. Is it an item? Have that egg salad sandwich? Cube. So looking at that, if you were to look at each circle as being something, we have the Hermit's Garden, something below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say there's 7, arguably maybe even 8, 9, or 10, judging on how they may or may not make the circles there. But take me on back to the Hermit's Garden. I thought we were in the Hermit's Garden. Apparently we're not. But I gotta show this monument thing, this new cube that we got, so we can go into a new area, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, thanks for coming out." But yes, we've got a quick bay back. But yep, sure. What, quick bay? What, quick way? Alright, well, I'm not planning to lower my guard around the thing either. I'll just keep using it with caution. So, next up's this little guy. Hi, look at this. The ceiling stone. You wanted to meet your friend the monument? Sure. Alright. Yeah, be prepared to fight something in case the monument isn't really happy with me showing this cube. Maybe it'll bring Ferris Bueller out for all of us. Bum 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 bum. Oh, how nice of them to open up that door. So, like, can we bounce back there? How's this gonna work? Uh-oh. A girl? Oh, it's Tita. She's like, probably just sitting in her bed, just, you know, like, I don't know, having a good dream, and then out of nowhere gets summoned to this world. What? Kevin? Hi? No, you're not seeing things. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me sometimes. I don't know. No. Yeah, no. Where do I even start? We don't even know. But welcome, Tita. You have grown a little taller. We haven't seen you in 6 months, but apparently you may have hit a growth spurt. This is Sister Reese. She likes to eat. I was in the house with Dad getting dinner ready because a gate was coming over. And then all of a sudden everything just went white. And then, no and then. And then, no and then. And then, poof! I ended up here. This is not your house. You are not dreaming. Welcome to the Hermit's Garden. Yeah. She is adorable. She certainly is. So here, yeah, like I explained, yep. Yeah, this cube made you appear, but your mom wanted it, and then she's mad because there's actual power to it, so she doesn't actually get to have it, so the church has it. Because I'm, you know, one of the higher ups of the church, I get to play around with it, so everyone's very upset about everything, so yeah. Sounds like you two were fairly close to one another when you were sent here, but Granzel and Zeiss are really far apart. Based on your account, however, we were all surrounded by that light at roughly the same time. Well, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Tita Russell, an apprentice at the Zeiss Central Factory. Well, now that we've gotten, you know, that out of the way, can we get going on? Yeah, your mom tried to take the cube thing back. It didn't work out well, so yeah. What, hold on, what was she doing? Well, she didn't say anything inappropriate. No? Tends to lose a little bit of control of herself when it comes to people as cute as you. Aww. She did actually lose control. Remember when Reese, you know, first showed up? She thought like we were there to kill her or something. She's like, here, I'm gonna show you a picture of my daughter. Well, yeah, anyway. Well, we're gonna have you join on in with the party. Now, interesting fact, I can't remember from coming back here. Does she have all of her orbments? I think she does. There's no reason why hers would be broken. Quite clearly, Tita has proven herself more than valuable as a party member. So let's not get this garbage out of like just staying here and let us handle it. She knows what she's doing, believe me. All right. Let her help. Like, Sister Reese, relax. Okay, let's drop the whole nun thing, okay? Like, you can't be wholesome all the time, okay? Let's just accept that Tita is quite a powerful little girl. She has the power of the orbments, orbital cannons and whatnot. All will go well, I promise. Alright, so I guess we're going to continue on with the dungeon, would be my guess, with Tita, and before we get, like, her moon story at the door. But, we'll continue with that another time, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost dinner time, and we've made good progress today. We cut it back in about half, which I'm happy with. So I want to thank everyone that joined me on in today. We'll be back tomorrow with more Persona 3 FES. We're rip-roaring through these games, you know, but I got a lot to play. So we're not playing through them quickly or anything out of that, but we're going to get them done, but we're going to give them a good old-fashioned good go. This is Rainbow Sparkles. You enjoy your night as well as Penguins wearing tuxedos, Stu, and anyone else that's watching. Enjoy your evening. As always, as Kenny Omega says, my favorite wrestler and yours, goodbye and good night. Bang. We will see you all tomorrow. Persona time. See you guys. All the best. Bye.